You can't believe a word that comes out of this defendant's mouth. Not a word. And his testimony, I submit to you, should be crumbled up like a piece of paper and thrown in the trash. They lie because they're guilty. And he lied and lied and lied because he's guilty.
Yeah, you gotta go home coming, bro. Nigga, I ain't got nothing to do with what they got going on. I'm just making sure you know that. I'm just making sure you know that. I already know. I'm just saying I ain't got nothing to do with it. Alright, so what you need to do, you need to find them and you need to play your shit. They not playing no more, bro. You doing all that right now, ain't they? You like, don't open the fuck, none of that. Find out what's going on. It takes you. Hey, kiss your baby for me, bro. Kiss the baby for me. You heard the home? Kiss the baby for me.
That made me want to hurt
Yeah. On January the 12th, 2022, 14-year-old Noah Smith was gunned down in a drive-by shooting. The following is the police interrogation of one of the suspects of this tragic homicide. Make sure to watch to the end. I've added some bonus footage of the trial after the interrogation concludes.
All right, Stephen. Just let me see, please. Okay. Listen, man. We, just so you know what happened, we obviously wanted to talk to you down here. That was the plan. The PACE unit, I guess Glib was driving, and I guess Glib was driving kind of crazy and they pulled him over. So we don't like to do stuff on the side of the street, okay? All right, so I'm sergeant of the homicide unit, okay? So basically, we have a situation that happened the other night, okay? We have a lot of information. We happen to know, and what we're trying to do is keep retaliation down because we don't want, everybody's talking crazy. You know this, everybody's talking crazy. You wouldn't be in here trying to transfer your probation if everybody wasn't talking crazy. I don't know if you have family in the area. I was gonna leave anyway.
Okay.
But now I really want to leave.
Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
Okay. How long you been down here?
7 years.
7 years. Who do you have in Oak Hill?
My girlfriend.
Your girlfriend. Okay. So you're thinking that no matter what, you're gonna end up going down to Oak Hill?
Yeah, because my lease was already about to end. About to end February 28th, but I gotta be out the house before February 28th because they have to refurbish it, and I'm not gonna have nowhere to go, so I don't have no choice but to go to Oak Hill, so I don't have nowhere to stay.
Okay. I am not against, I know they denied your transfer, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't control what probation employee does, but I am totally not against you going down to Oak Hill, okay? The last thing that we want is for you to get killed, for your family to get killed. I think that there's gonna be more stuff. They just stopped the guy who is related to Noah, the dead kid, down in Bunnell right now, running around with a gun, okay? Trying to go out and get vengeance. The last thing that we need is other people getting shot up, okay? So I just want you to be honest, man. We've heard the jail phone calls, we've heard everything, but I want to hear your side of things. Just no need to play hardball, man. Like, let us know what's going on. Let's talk to your probation officer. Let's see.
All I know is I woke up and I got all these text messages of people asking me did I kill their cousin, and I didn't even know what the fuck they talking about. And then they said it was gonna kill me. And then I got on the phone, on your phone, to talk to my friend Josiah. And then Devo said he was gonna kill me because he think I got something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was home.
Why does he think you got something to do with it?
Because I hang out with whoever he's talking about.
Can you just tell us who he's talking about?
I don't know who he's talking about.
You can't be pretending you don't know who these people are.
I guess he's talking about Tyrese, man.
Okay, and who else?
I don't know. I just know he's talking about Tyrese.
Okay. Why do people think that you're involved?
Because I hang out with him.
They think that you killed this kid just because you hang out with these people.
Yes, because nobody else in the city don't like them.
Why not?
Because they don't stand up for themselves. When people have been out, man, terrorizing them, they're bullying them, they're trying to pick on them.
Pick on who?
I guess Tyree.
Tyrese is from there. I mean, I known Tyrese since he was little. He looked
Why do
like
you think he moved?
where he moved to the
Stand up
Ocean.
now.
Why are they picking on him?
That's what they do. They rude. They pick on anybody who's doing better than them. That's all they do.
Well, let me ask you this: who is they, and like who is picking on Tyrese?
Whole Goodell. I don't know who. I don't know him like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know nobody like that, bro. I be on my own time. I do jewelry. You feel me? I don't have time for none of this. Work on my music. Got my daughter. I don't
Your daughter lives with you?
No, she don't live with me. She was gonna live with me, but not because of the situation. I don't want her around me.
Okay, I understand that. And you have been staying at 25 Rose Petal.
Yes.
How long?
Since December 1st.
Since December 1st. And you already got to be out by February?
Yes, sir. Because I wasn't on the lease. I worked for Jonathan Jeweler, so his girlfriend, she had, I guess, was staying there, and she didn't want the last 3 months because she wanted to move out, and just want to stay there, so I could pay the rent, and he would let me stay. So I just caught the last day of the lease, and I was gonna try to renew it, but I can't because I have to have dumb credit, and they upped it to $1,600, which means that I have to have lots of pay stubs, and I do online work, which means I don't get pay stubs, so I can't.
Okay.
So I was just gonna move.
What are the terms of your probation?
5 years probation. They said I had to do classes, but I already finished my classes, so I don't have to do that anymore.
What kind of classes?
Substance abuse classes,
So what are you on probation for?
home invasion.
Did you do it?
Hell no, I didn't do it, bro. I just got caught up with the wrong people.
So how did you get convicted of it?
Because they said I did it.
They didn't have any
Well, they
proof.
just gave me robbery, really, I think. But if you look on the charges, it says home invasion, it says robbery, so I don't really even know which one they convict me of. I just know that that's what it says online.
Okay, and what does your probation say that you have to do, like on a daily basis?
No special conditions except I can't leave the house before 6 in the morning, and I can't leave after 10:30. That's it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I have to do have a job and or school.
And when do you work usually?
I work all day, every day. It's an online thing.
So you work from home?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I do.
So what date are we talking about here, Augie?
10-12.
10/12.
1-12, I'm sorry, 1-12.
1/12 on January 12th, which is Wednesday. You are at home all day.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I just bought myself a little punching pad from Amazon, a cane.
Uh-huh.
It's a boxing thing.
Okay.
And I was using that, and I was playing UFC all day.
Is there anybody that was home with you all day?
Me, Adrian, Neve, and Glib. So all in the house,
All day.
all day. The only time that Glib went somewhere was in the morning when we had woke up. He went to go get his tires, but that was the next day.
You didn't go with them?
No, and that was the next day anyway.
Okay, so what do you do for grocery shopping and stuff like that?
Grocery shopping, I asked Glib to take me to the store.
But you're allowed to go to the store
Yeah,
as well?
I'm not on house arrest. Like,
Oh, right.
I just
Okay,
gotta
so
be
you,
home by a certain time.
so you can't be out past 10.
Exactly.
And are you on ankle monitor or anything like that?
No, but my roommate Adrian is on ankle monitor.
Okay. How does your probation officer track what you do?
She usually will pull up to my house,
Okay.
check on me, but she don't really gotta do that because I'm not like I guess I'm not a big offender. I'm just doing my business, stay home, to come check in every month.
And you have to take a drug test every month, or how often do you have to come in?
Every month I take a drug test, but I mean I fail for marijuana every time because I have a medical card, so it don't matter.
Okay. So when was the last time that she did a check on you?
She did a check on me yesterday when I came in when they questioned me.
Okay. And who did you talk to again?
Some detectives.
The guy and a girl?
It wasn't even a guy and a girl, it was a dude reserve county dude. They was all dudes, some detectives that said it was from somewhere.
And what
They
they
didn't even
ask
say it was from Huntsville.
what they ask you?
That the same thing y'all asking me now.
Okay. You tell them anything different?
Hell no, I told them I'm home.
Okay.
And I don't know what they talking about. And they keep asking me the same question. That's why he getting me mad, because they keep asking me and I don't know nothing. What am I supposed to tell you? Yes, I know who Tyrese is. Yes, I hang out with him. Yes, that is my dog. No, I don't know nothing he got going on. I hope he didn't do nothing, because that would be terrible. And
So you have not had any communications with Tyrese?
no,
When was the last time you talked to him?
the last time I talked to Tyrese was a whole week ago. And after that, he started going ghost. Start talking to me.
Okay.
So I start talking to him.
For what? Do you know why?
No, I don't.
No beef, no nothing?
No, he just went ghost.
Okay. How does your probation officer have to get a hold of you?
She called my phone.
Which phone?
386-283-3959.
And what happens hypothetically if she tries to reach you and she can't?
Called my auntie.
Isn't part of your probation that you have to have a phone and you have to be reachable to her?
I mean, she didn't really say that, but yeah, I'm pretty much always reachable. I don't think I would just pick up the phone.
Okay.
And if not, she just called my auntie, and my auntie would get hold of me.
Okay.
Has Tyrese reached out to you at all since this whole shit went down?
Nobody had.
He's not looking for help or anything like that?
I know it's just a whole bunch of people told me they were gonna kill me, and I don't even got nothing to do with nothing. I'll be home. That's why I don't like to go to Pinell, because it's too dangerous.
Are they telling you that they're gonna kill Tyrese?
No, they're just gonna kill me.
What about Dre? Has Dre reached out to you at all?
No.
Do you know Kamari? Kamari Smith?
Yeah, I know Kamari.
When was the last time you seen
I don't have
Kamari?
nothing to do with nothing either.
Well, I know people say that, man, but in the
That's
same.
green. That
Okay.
boy go to school. That boy ain't got no time for this. He just had his child.
No, I get it. People are calling and giving us tips, right? So we have to kind of like ask
No,
questions about him. Doesn't mean that we think he did anything.
I know. I'm just saying.
I get you. Ultimately, you know, some people in a car were shooting at somebody, and I think they missed and hit no one.
That's messed up.
You don't know Noah?
No, I didn't know.
Okay, let me ask you this. This is kind of I have to ask you. So, if you were home with the people you're telling us that you were home with,
Mm-hmm.
how do you know that anybody who wasn't there? Yeah. How do you know that anybody who wasn't there didn't have anything to do with it?
I don't. I'm just hoping that they don't.
Okay. You got the call? And we can maybe go over it, just clear it out and get them out of here?
Nah, he gonna be straight. He gonna go home. Exactly. Or come up in here, you wanna yell and shit, calm the fuck down. That's not even what I meant. I ain't mean all that, you fuck. Okay, come on.
Continue to hold. Number to accept.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Individual at Flagler County Sheriff's Office. This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse this free call, press 2. If you would like, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Yo. Hey, shut up. I know. Yeah. He want to talk to you, bro. Who? D-Wall. Yeah. Put him on the phone. Hello? What's up, nigga? What the fuck y'all got going on? Nigga, I'll tell y'all, I got a dick going on. You with him? What's up? You with him right now? What you talking about? With who? I'm gonna tell you this. You feel me? You already know I'm coming, bro. Alright, that's my motherfucking cousin. Nigga, I ain't got nothing to do with what they got going on. I'm just making sure you know that. I already know it. I'm just saying, they ain't got nothing to do with it. Alright, so what you need to do, you need to find them and you need to play your shit. They not playing no more, bro. You doing all that right now, you already don't give a fuck about none of that. Find out what's going on and fix it. I ain't gonna find out what's going on with shit. Man, you know, I'm gonna be out. Alright, I have to get out. You know it. You know it. I'll be out and let Puno too. Let Puno too and let Drake.
Like I said, I don't be around.
You can let the whole little entourage let all of them know. I'm telling you to let them know what time it is. Bitch, I ain't been to bed up. Y'all already know what time I'm on. Especially telling me to let you keep telling me. Especially, I done scared your ass too many times, bro. Y'all niggas was like, damn, do something like that. You know what time it is, bro. I'm gonna listen. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm gonna tell you, hey, kiss your baby for me, bro. Kiss the baby for me. You heard the hum? Kiss the baby for me.
That made me want to hurt him.
Yeah.
Tell me my baby.
Yeah.
I hurt him, bro.
I don't blame you.
Told you, like I said, I can say it on the phone. How you keep asking me to tell somebody something and I don't talk to him. I haven't talked to him in weeks. I'm supposed to tell him something when I talk to him. Trying to go in a situation I don't want to be in.
I don't have nothing for that. I say, look, Mark, you know how I always. And it got me fucked up. No, yeah, he wasn't there. He wasn't talking like that. He told me, he told me he just wanted to have to go poop. And then like, I know that's not going to I don't have nothing to do with what they got going on. That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't have nothing to do with what they got going on. And he was just saying he had love for you yesterday. He said he was on the phone and your name, bro. And I hear it. Bro, I ain't got shit to do with none of that shit. I don't give a fuck. He talking about my daughter, that's a different story. He talking about everything. That's the way your skinny ass not hurt your ass. Nigga, I'm talking about me, so I'm not gonna crash. I already said, I don't think I'm gonna let you come out if I roll with y'all, then I can get it too. I'm like, alright, come get it to me. He can get it, the fuck? That's what I'm saying. Fucking crazy. That's what I'm saying. What a trigger. But that's like, I'm gonna have a love for you, bro. I'm gonna have a love for you, bro. I got love for you, too. So I have to go around the world and speak to my brother like that. He tripping. You ain't talking about that. Cousin, I don't know what he talking about. Don't want to kiss my boy. Good job. I almost smashed up on one. Yeah, like, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna. He really hung up till I heard him from across the room. Yeah, I thought it was. I ain't gonna talk to him, and that's what hung up. That's what I'm saying. Taking off of my account. Hey, tell that boy cheese, and tell that boy tell that boy people. I got it. Yeah. Alright, bro. Boy got me fucked up. Yo, bro, I don't have love for you. Appreciate you, bro. Love. Don't get the love, though. Hey, look out for my family. I heard that you already know me. That you're the out today. Got you. Yeah, I know. These niggas talking crazy, bro. I ain't even got nothing to do with this shit. I was at home punching a pad. I swear, bro. I was home punching a fucking pad. I don't know what's where, nigga. I'm on probation. And I'm on probation. And I'm pulling up on me for y'all. That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck? Especially not food. I feel like that's fucked up. Boy, hell nah. Man, but I'm gonna have love for you, bro. Just look out for me. I got slips on me. He gonna stay at the crib just in case. I think Adrian trying to slick that You already know I'm gonna handle up for you, bro. Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. When I get out, you know, I already know. That's gonna be like, yeah, psych, yeah. It's already psyche. Shit. Crazy, bro. I woke up this morning on like 100 messages. I'm like, bro, I don't got nothing to do with it. I think they. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What the fuck? But they're saying he got love for me. Yeah, love for you. He gonna clear our names and all this shit. He said the only person I speak with is Dre. They even said they got money on those ones. I was like, that shit green as fuck though. Yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, bro. I don't know why the fuck he's now. I wouldn't have put him on the phone if I thought we was gonna do all that push ass shit. He got me fucked up, bro. Go tell that nigga got me fucked up, bro. That's what not. I ain't good with that shit. He talking about some other shit now because he got me with it. He gonna put me on my element, boy. I ain't no little boy. That's what I'm saying. He's gonna talk about spare me. Well, I could beat his ass so many times. What? Little short ass dude. Little as fuck. I swear to God, man. That's what I'm saying. What the fuck? Talking crazy. That's what I'm saying. But now I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I'm gonna call Liv at like 4 if you still there. Alright, bro. Alright,
So, in the first time that you speak to Josiah, he starts talking and you say, shut up, and he says, I already know.
Yeah, because I don't know if he gonna say something to get himself in trouble.
What would he say though?
No.
He's in the jail. How would he know?
Exactly. You gotta just be speaking freely.
Okay, speaking freely about what though?
Whatever.
Okay,
Speak
man.
freely about nothing.
Speak freely about nothing. Okay. Also, when he references Pooh and Dre several times, not once did you say, who? Who are you talking about? Right?
Okay.
So, what we're asking you for,
Well, of
man.
course I know Dre Pooh. I can't keep lying. You know what I'm saying? I don't know them boys. But
Thank
like
you.
I said, I just.
Steven.
This shit scared me, bro, because I'm scared.
I get it. Steven, thank you for being honest. Okay? That's all we're asking for, man. We just don't want you to lie to us, okay?
I'm just scared, man.
Dude, I get it, man, and we are scared for you. That's why we dragged you in here this morning. We heard these calls last night and this morning. We said the first thing, we called your PO last night, and we were like, we gotta get this kid in here before he gets killed.
You threatened my baby, man.
Yeah, no, that shit is fucked up.
Now, how would he feel if I go hurt somebody just to get locked up, just to hurt him?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes you gotta take the high road, and I can't even tell you how many times somebody has threatened to kill my family just doing this stupid ass
They
job.
do it all the time, you know?
Okay.
I'm so tired of them.
I get it, and the last thing that we want to do is get you or your, especially.
And what's messed up, Debo is my cousin. So, I mean, that kid was my cousin. Why they think I'm feeling?
Who's your cousin?
Debo. And
Noah was
Debo
your
just
cousin?
said Noah was his cousin. So what that make me?
Okay. Well, they also said that they got money on Dre.
Hell yeah, I heard that shit.
Well, who's they?
Shit.
Which clique?
Debo.
Which set or clique or group are we talking about?
I don't know none of that shit, bro. I'm not even in the streets, you feel me?
But I mean, Steven, there's you got a name, a street name that's associated with a group.
That's the old me, bro. I ain't got nothing to do with
So
that.
old you from a couple weeks ago.
Nah, bro. I'm talking about old me from a while, bro. I ain't been doing shit since I got put on probation.
Okay, who's Cudham J?
That's my dog.
What's his name?
Huh?
What's his real name? Shaheem?
Nah. That's the, goddamn. That's the other boy y'all said. Not no Jaheem.
So who's Cudham J?
That's the first boy y'all said.
Kamari?
Come on, yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you this, where's this gun at?
Huh?
That gun.
Which one?
The one in your hand.
I don't know, bro. Thought that shit was prop.
Come on, man.
Hashtag pop gun.
Look. Look at this.
Oh, come on, man.
Steven, look at this picture.
Okay.
Can you see it? I can't see your eyes,
I
I'm
can
sorry.
see the picture.
Okay. Now, you guys think this is an album cover. What this is, you know, item 34 in a homicide trial.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay? You guys don't realize the ramifications of the actions that you take. All right? And listen, man, you're not the guy that we're.
I know, I'm just scared to get killed, bro.
I understand that, but that's if you're scared to get killed and you want to move out of here and you don't want to see any of these motherfuckers ever again, then we're your best friends in the fucking world.
Yeah.
But how am I gonna tell y'all something I don't know?
We just want to know what you've heard, what you know, where everybody's at, where this car is
I
at,
just told you.
and
I
we
don't-
keep that
why
shit
would
off
they
the.
tell me? If they know I'm just gonna tell y'all.
Because they don't think you're going to tell us anything.
They not stupid.
And that's why we're not going to put your name in the streets and we're not going to be saying, oh, here's us having a conversation with Stephen. It ain't about that, man. We know how to keep shit under wraps. It ain't that. But we need some sort of cooperation or some angle so that we can go talk to Dre, we can go talk to Kamari, we can go talk to Pooh.
But I'm giving you all the information I know. I
Okay.
woke up, they told me somebody was dead, then they said it was gonna kill me. Then I called my friend, then you heard the whole message. And they say he's gonna kill me, he started talking crazy. So I started getting mad, talking crazy back.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I would say the exact same thing.
I'm scared, bro. I'm scared for my life. I just wanna leave.
I hear you. Here's a concern of mine, is that I want to think that you're being completely forthcoming. When we pull your phone records, there's probably going to be some communication with Pooh and Dre. There's not?
No.
You sure?
Not really.
Come on, man. Can we please just cut the
Not
shit?
no recent shit, bro.
Come on, man. I'm talking about
Not no recent
October
shit.
12th.
What does that mean? How about on the 12th?
Bro, I just told you asked when the last time I talked to Pooh.
Yeah.
I told you I ain't talked to Pooh in over a week, bro.
You
That's
haven't
it.
talked to Pooh or
No,
Dre
no, either one. I haven't.
in a week.
Bro, I swear to
But
God.
both of them have been to
Ain't
Rose
talking-
Petal, and you live there. You're not even allowed to leave there.
Okay, they've been there. That doesn't mean that they haven't, that they live there.
Okay, I'm not saying they live there, man, but they be there, okay? And you have to be there because you're forced to fucking be there. And you're trying to follow the rules so you don't ruin the rest of your life. So these boys show up. I know there's been chatter about the shooting that happened a couple weeks
So
ago.
my mama, they ain't talked to me about nothing.
Okay, so the shooting that happened on South Church with fucking Glib and Josiah and all these dudes. What all happened with that shit? I don't need you to like snitch on Josiah. I'm not asking about that. I don't care about that. All that shit's done as far as I'm concerned. I'm talking about the ramifications of what it led to what happened 2 days ago.
All I know is that they just keep threatening me.
Okay, where does like Jabea Johnson come into play here?
Fuck that nigga. That nigga said he was gonna kill me. He was gonna kill my daughter.
How did he say that?
He said that when he called.
He called you? That was 2 nights ago?
No, it wasn't 2 nights ago. He been there, like I said, brothers. They been doing this. They been threatening people. That's all they do is threaten people, and they keep trying to push people and push people and push people to a point. And I just want to move. That's why I wanted to move in the first place because I'm scared.
Maybe that's what led Pooh and Dre to be put in that situation where they felt they had to defend themselves.
Yeah, but they ain't talking to me about it, so I'm supposed to know. My own cousins don't come talk to me, bro. Don't nobody talk to me. And if they did something wrong, wouldn't talk to me either. God showed us how long time.
That doesn't sound like you.
The what?
That if he thinks that if they all think if they tell him something, he's going to tell us automatically. That doesn't sound right. If that was the case, then why would you be stunting out there on US 1 like that? I feel like you're trying to keep up an image to make sure
What
Glib
you
doesn't
mean
think.
stunting though? I wasn't driving. I was trying to go.
No, I mean like telling me basically to go fuck myself and you're not saying shit.
Bro,
You're doing that in front of Glib.
what you mean? I was doing that because, bro,
Cause
you
Rob
being
Yoke?
rude to me.
I was being rude to you?
Yeah,
Well, I was trying to be nice to begin with. Listen,
Listen, you weren't the one that pulled me out of the vehicle, was you?
No.
No, it wasn't you then. No, it's because bro had me hyped up because nigga pulled me out the vehicle and he told me to shut the fuck up. Like, you asked me a question and then I'm about to answer you and he told me to shut the fuck up.
Look at my outfit compared to that guy. We're here
I
for
know
a
what you're
different
saying,
reason.
but
man.
that's why I was mad.
I get it.
Because they already had me hyped up. They would put
I
me
get it.
against the car, pinning me like I didn't do nothing to you. My leg hurt, bro. You know my leg hurt. You just said you seen her run me over, so you know my leg hurt. So why you hurting me?
I don't know.
You treating me like I'm just some, like, you feel me? That's why I'm getting mad. That's why I'm so hyped up. I'm trying to be rude. I'm just scared. I don't know what's going on.
I'll get it. I'll tell you that we have tips coming in from both sides of this thing, right? So we have people telling us, you guys need to look out for Creek, Dre, and Pooh, and all these fucking names. So regardless of what we think you did or didn't do, we have to speak to everybody, right? So your name gets flagged, and the second that they find out who you are, they're going to grab you and make sure that you're secure because you're involved in a homicide
I
investigation.
know.
It's
So
just
I'm
it's a
scared.
shitty situation. It's just an all-around shitty situation. But you know, at the end of the day, we have data that we're going to start piling through. I don't want you to be in a situation where you're not telling us the truth, and then your shit gets fucked up even worse. Because what's going to happen is we're going to get Pooh's information, we're going to get your information from the phones, and then we're going to piece everything together. And if it looks like you and Pooh were together right after that shooting, it ain't going to play well for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're able to get location data from everybody at all times, man. This shit is 2022. This shit ain't sweet around here anymore.
I know.
You know, so once we were able to piece all that together, the fact of the matter is, we believe that at some point that evening, you were with Pooh and Dre. And you may not have been, maybe they didn't tell you anything. But they were there. We want to know what Pooh was wearing, where the car went afterwards, where they said they were going.
But I don't know.
Okay.
And this information you asked me,
Okay.
I don't know.
Fair enough. Did they come back to the house afterwards?
No.
They were not at the house that night at all.
No, I swear to God, there was not. It was me, Adrian, Clib, and Nevaeh. We was chilling at the house all night, playing UFC. I smoke my weed, so no, I ain't going nowhere, man.
Okay, so I'm just gonna warn you right now, okay? Please listen to me. If we can show that Dre or Pooh came to that house after the shooting that night, that's gonna be a big problem for everybody in that house.
Okay.
I mean, a big fucking problem. Because we're not saying you killed anybody, but you're technically considered at the moment a witness in a homicide investigation.
No.
So that's why we need to get any information, and I'm not asking you to say, I was told that Dre shot this motherfucker. I'm not asking you for all that. We're asking you for what you saw these dudes do before and after, and what you know so far, any information that you can give to help us out. That way we can get justice for this boy's family, okay? But we're not trying to hold you up for anything, man. If you tell us everything you know and everything matches up with the information we have, next thing you know, you're living in Oak Hill, living the fucking fantasy life away from all these fucking people. Okay, we want that for you and your family. Trust me. We don't want you getting hurt. We don't want you in trouble. Okay? Again, Pooh, Dre, we need to talk to these guys. We don't have arrest warrants for them. Okay? There was a lot of shooting that night. You know this boy Terrell? You don't know Terrell Sampson? What about Ed Boy?
Hell yeah, I know him.
Okay. So what we're being told is Ed Boy had a lot to do with this too. You know, Ed Boy won't talk to us Ed Boy would probably shoot me in the face before he talks to me.
Yeah, most likely.
You know what I'm saying? That boy's a lunatic. He's been a lunatic since being fucking from
That's why I'm
12 years
scared.
ago. I don't blame you. I'm scared of Ed Boy
I'm
too.
trying to leave, bro.
No, I hear you. What is Ed Boy threatening everybody too?
Hell yeah.
So what is their beef with Ed Boy?
I don't know. Like I said, they really don't tell me nothing. They don't tell me nothing, bro. All I know is I'm walking. This is the wrong place, wrong time. That's why I need to stop hanging out with people because I keep getting caught up
Okay.
in situations I don't want to be in.
All right. Well, I don't mean, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not trying to sound like an asshole. When we get phone records back and we get location data on all these devices and phones and all this shit, if at any point it makes this conversation sound like you told us any lies, we're gonna bring you back and we're gonna hold you and we're gonna keep you in a room for a few hours and we're gonna get to the bottom of it.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? I would prefer to allow you to go on and move on with your life and not be involved in this shit. So please heed my warning here that you cannot lie to us when we're talking about a homicide investigation here, especially when you didn't shoot anybody. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for us to think that you had a gun. There's no reason for us to think that you were there. But I do believe that you know who was there and what happened and why it happened. And the reason I think I know that is because the first thing you say to Josiah on the phone, shut up. And that's because you know that the first thing you guys are gonna talk about is this kid getting shot.
I ain't know what he was gonna talk about.
Okay,
Don't shut up.
But every other call you've been on, you don't say shut up in the first word. It's because you knew the conversation that was about to happen. And then he says, I know, I heard, and then you start laughing. That sounds bad as fuck, because that means you know all the details and you find it funny. And that ain't gonna play well, bro. And listen, man, at the end of the day, you seem like a good kid. I think that you probably portray yourself to be some hard gangster, but in reality, you're a nice kid that's just trying to have a nice life and not be bothered by a bunch of crazy bullshit. You got a little girl, man. I have a little girl myself. I get it. Trust me. All right. This is not the kind of shit that you need to be involved with. But your attitude on that phone call was very clear to me that you know exactly what happened. You know who's dead.
That don't mean I know what's going on just because I know who's dead.
But
They
you
can
heard.
hit my phone up all morning.
But you heard.
Hell yeah, I heard. They hit me up all morning before
Right, but
that
yeah,
phone call. though.
But these guys that are calling you and texting you, they're not saying my cousin was shot and killed and we know that you did it. They're telling you what happened and who did it.
But they didn't say that though. They said, my cousin dead, I'ma kill you. That's what they said. They gonna kill me.
You and who else?
They didn't say nobody else. That's what I'm saying though. They just keep saying.
Well, he said, tell your people.
Except for
what time it
Debo.
is.
Debo, the only one who said that shit.
Okay, man, but you know that these dudes shot this kid.
I don't know that though.
You've heard it. That's
I
what
hear
you
it, but that's
you've
not.
heard it.
That don't mean nothing. though.
Okay, we're asking you what you heard. We're not asking you what you know.
I heard. Yes,
Stephen, if it meant something, they would already be in prison,
I know.
right? So we have to verify anything that we get.
I understand that.
And like I said, Pooh and Dre might be victims in this. They might. That's because we're hearing the same shit from the opposite side, and we're being told that they got shot at and they were protecting themselves, right? But them fleeing, taking this car and dumping it somewhere, and not talking to us doesn't sound too good, especially when we got Terrell Sampson coming in and giving us a whole fucking statement.
I understand what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? You're not stupid, man. You see the writing on the wall that it just does not look good. Don't look good for nobody. And then when you're on a jail call and you're just saying, "Oh, yo, shut up," like that, it doesn't sound good. It just doesn't sound good. It also makes you sound like a liar. It makes you sound like you know more than you're saying. But I also understand that you're scared. You're scared of everything. You're probably scared of us. You're scared of those guys that dragged you out of the car. You're scared of what Ed Boy and them is going to do to you. You're also scared of what Pooh and Andre are going to, or Pooh and Dre are going to do to you if you end up going on paper and telling us a story of what you know. So we sympathize with that. I'm not asking you to get up on some fucking stand and say, "I swear to God, Pooh shot that motherfucker." That's not what we're asking you to do. All we're asking you to do is tell us everything you've heard so we can try to use it and try to figure out and get to the bottom of this, and your name does not have to go on nothing. Okay? And then we can work on getting you somewhere safe. But that has to happen. And your conduct on the phone was evident that you know the story. And we believe you were told the story by either Pooh, Trey, or the other guy in the car. And that's where we're at, because at the end of the day, your name is going to be tied up in all the middle of this until we know for sure exactly what you know. And I guarantee you, when we get Dre's records back, Pooh's records back, your records back, all that shit is going to be somewhat commingled, where it shows that you lied to us in this room today. And you know it. And I don't want to see that happen. I'd rather walk out of here where you just go home with Glib, you go to a hotel or whatever, or you get the fuck out of Dodge, and we're fine with that. And we're never going to bother you again, but we can work with your PO to make sure that you're in a safe situation. Like you said earlier, we can't control what they do, but we can give them recommendations. We could ask. What do you think? Who's more scary right now?
Yeah.
Exactly. Your boys have made their own bed, man. They're done. They did this shit. There's video footage of it. We got witnesses all over the place saying that shit. But there's witnesses on the other side saying that Terrell shot at them and they were defending themselves. So at the end of the day, we need to talk to these boys and figure out exactly what the fuck happened. You need to tell us what you know about what they told you. And then that way, we can keep you out of it, and we can prove your alibi is correct.
But they didn't tell me nothing, though. You keep asking me, I didn't tell me nothing.
Well, I'll just give you a little example of our profession. But typically, believe it or not, people tend to lie to us because they think it's going to get them in trouble, and they think they're protecting their friends. Okay, so I'm not trying to insult you by asking the same questions over and over again. I'm really not. It's just a lot of times it takes people a little bit of time to build up the courage, to build up the strength, and to understand that this is in their best interest to tell us the truth. That's why we have, if you ever watch First 48, they have motherfuckers in this room for like, 10, 12 hours, and they keep asking the same shit until they finally crack. Like, I'm not trying to keep you locked in a room for 12 hours, it's not what we're for, you're not a suspect. But I am very concerned for you when we get records back, which is gonna be this week, and it's gonna indicate that you had direct contact with Dre, Pooh, or anybody else that's involved in this shit, and that's gonna implicate you as lying to us in a homicide investigation.
Tell me something, Stephen, that can help us. So, because
I'm scared. They want to kill me.
Tell me where's the car at?
Just tell you, I don't know.
You don't know where the
I
car
don't know nothing about that shit. And then if you talking about the red car, the little white car,
No.
what you talking about?
The car that Pooh's been driving around, the black Kia.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen it. I know you've seen it. It's been to your house.
Pooh rented it from some crackhead.
Okay. Oh, you talking about that car that we be using to go to the store and shit?
It's a black Kia.
Bro, that shit is right there in my fucking house. What you talking about?
It's at your house right now?
Yeah.
In the garage or in the driveway?
No, it's like on the grass.
Okay. That is, if that's the case, that's part of the reason why we would believe that Pooh came to your house after the shooting.
He didn't though.
Okay. Well, I find it hard to believe that car is parked in front of the house because we've been out there several times. I have not been out there. I will say, and just to be honest with you, originally because this happened in Benel PD was working it, and that's probably why there were some other investigators here yesterday. But because they weren't really getting anywhere, the sheriff decided for us to take this over. So we're a little bit more detailed and we have a lot more resources. So we're starting kind of from scratch as of today. So we'll have somebody run by the house. Can you see if somebody can run by 25 Rose Petal and see
Don't want to
if
say
that key is out there? But we believe that that's the car that was used in the commencement of this
we're
shooting.
talking to Stephen.
So if that car is at your house, that means Pooh and Dre came to your house afterwards. Let me ask you this:
Yes, sir.
Who's the third person that was with them?
Yeah, just make sure that they were not, undercuffing,
Bro, they're not saying
running
nothing.
for warrants.
People that have talked to you about it, people that are accusing
Say,
you.
They
act
just
like
keep saying
nonchalant and
who's
just
Dre,
call
and
us.
then they said me, and then they
Thank you.
told me they
Bye.
gonna kill me, bro. And I have nothing to do with it. I'm scared.
Okay.
Be here.
Listen, the messages that people are sending you, can you show me a couple of them?
No, because I deleted the app. So I don't even want to be on social media anymore. So I want to be about people. I just want to be home. Away from here.
And you have guaranteed a place to stay in Oak Hill.
Yes.
So if I can get your probation transferred to Oak Hill, is that gonna make you feel like a little bit safer? Nobody knows where that is?
Yeah.
Good luck. Where's your phone?
They're not here.
I'm calling you from our phone, so you have our number.
Well, fuck.
Where is that?
Not here.
Where's not here?
It's in the car with my friend Lil.
So, people have been messaging you, threatening to kill you because they think you're involved in this, right? Would you be interested in proving that you were not involved in this?
How am I supposed to do that?
Well, we could do it with your phone.
Oh, God.
If we took the GPS data out of your phone, we could plug it into a little map and we could show exactly where you were that night.
Good.
Okay, so how does that sound, since you're a smart kid? How does that sound to detectives when detectives are trying to prove that you were not involved in a homicide and you don't want to allow us to look at the GPS data in your phone?
Look, so I don't want to be involved in none of this shit.
Okay, well you are. That's why you're sitting here with 3 detectives in a fucking probation office and you're crying on a fucking wood table because you are involved in it.
No,
People think you're involved in it.
I'm scared.
I understand that. And what we could do is, if we could prove you weren't there, maybe we could release something to the media to show, hey, this guy has been cleared as a potential suspect. No charges are pending.
Good, because then it's going to make it look like I said something, and then that boy's probably going to try to convert me too. Or can I just get a couple of days to think about this stuff? Please?
Alright, that key is not at your house.
It's not?
No.
What the fuck? Nah, bro, that bit was there.
When?
I swear to God, that bit was there last
When was it there?
Bro, that bit was there last night.
Last night? Okay, well we were there last night, it wasn't there.
Bro, I swear to God, that bit was there. If that bit not there, I don't know what to tell you. Swear to God. You know, mama. But people keep riding past my street and I keep being scared.
People keep riding past your street. What does that have to do with the black Kia?
So I seen that car last night. You just asked me. And I just told you.
So who drives it normally?
Huh?
Who drives the car normally?
Shit. Who drove it one time? The bed drove it sometimes. I can't drive. So I don't got a license. So I just be back for the passenger.
Did Pooh tell you about this shit where they pulled guns on him the other day in a Bantam Chef?
Huh?
Did Pooh tell you about the shit where they pulled guns on him in the Bay at Bantam Chef?
Yeah.
So what are you saying about it?
I'm scared.
Did you say who did it? You're lying. Because he told the cop who did it.
Told the cop, he just said that them boys and but now pulled the guns out on him.
Okay, so he gave one name.
He didn't tell me. He just said them boys. How am I supposed to know, bro? They don't talk to me.
Okay, they don't talk to you, and you haven't talked to Pooh in 7 days, but that incident in Vanilla happened 2 days ago. Okay, so now you talked to him 2 days ago.
No.
Okay, so you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the fact that you're lying to us, bro.
It should have happened 2 days ago. It should have happened over a week ago.
No, the incident in Vanilla happened January 10th.
He's talking
4
about
days
Larry
ago.
Jones' car.
That's
No.
what I'm talking about, bro. What are you talking
He's
about?
talking about Larry Jones' car.
Pooh did not get a gun pulled on him when they shot up Larry Jones' car.
Right, yes, they
Talking about the
did. What are you
incident.
talking about?
Who was there?
Bro. Talking. Who was in Manel? Seen the first one to run up on this man, bro.
Okay, so you're saying Pooh defended himself like the other night then?
I don't know. All I'm saying is they've been terrorizing this man. I don't know anything. But I just need a couple of days to think about all this shit. I don't know what code you want. You're supposed to only walk out them doors and you just don't shoot.
That's all you want to do. And we got this thing at 2 o'clock. Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
Can I ask why you don't just live down in Oak Hill anyways? Like, how did you end up in Palm Coast?
Because I just met her.
Oh,
We just started talking and we really like each other.
that's it? And she's just gonna let you move in?
Because our relationship is starting to get really serious. And I wanted to start over. And she agreed that it would be better than staying here.
Okay. I'm a little on the fence. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like you're withholding stuff. I feel like if you weren't withholding stuff, you wouldn't have anything to think about for 2 days.
I just don't want to be here.
Okay,
I
man.
don't want to be here.
Okay. I'll get you out of here.
I want to be here, Mom.
Okay, I'll get you out of Palm Coast today. But like, what do we know? Your cell phone records are gonna lie. We don't need your cell phone to get your cell phone records. We're gonna get them.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so what are we gonna find out?
Nothing.
Nothing. You talked to these guys in the last couple of days. What did they tell you?
They didn't tell me nothing.
Okay, but you talked to them and you told us you didn't talk to them.
No, I didn't tell you nothing.
You told me you didn't talk to them. You said nobody called. You haven't talked to them in a week.
Just like I told you. And
Okay.
I never changed my statement and said I did.
So you never talked to them in the last week. And your cell phone records are not going to tell us that you talked to anybody.
No.
No. Okay.
The last thing we want to do real quick, Are you willing to swear that your statement is true?
Yes.
Okay, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear and affirm everything you told us today is true and correct to the best of your knowledge, so help you God?
Yes, I swear.
Do you know the address that you would be staying with in Oak Hill?
I gave it to my probation office.
Okay. All right. Are we going to have any problems reaching you in the
Hell
future?
no. Hell no. You got my cell phone number, you got my address.
So, I just want to be very clear for the last time, and then we're gonna get out of here. But once we get all this information back, because right now all cases are solved by cell phones and GPS and all this kind of shit, right? So once we get all this information back, man, I really, really hope I don't regret trusting you on this. Okay, I really don't want to be put in a situation where it's clear that you have had communications with Pooh or Dre, or you know where they're at, or they're with you, or they were with you that night, or any of that shit. Okay. We would like to absolve you from all this and allow you to live peacefully in Oak Hill without any fucking problems. But the second that we find out that you lied to us, we're gonna come get you.
I understand.
Okay, I promise you that. Okay, we do not fuck around when it comes to this shit. We're very tenacious. Okay, so please don't. Just last chance. Okay, last chance. I don't care if you've lied to us this whole fucking time. It's no hard feelings. But is there anything that you're leaving out that we're gonna find out and then come fuck with you in Oak Hill?
No, sir.
You promise me.
I promise.
Okay.
All right. Let me see. Let me see what the boss says. Does anybody know where your kid stays at?
So he said he know where my kids stay at.
Where's your kid stay at?
W section.
What's Jaheem's last name?
I don't know. I just know.
What's the street name?
His Instagram is he got the wheel.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hi. You needed me?
Yeah. Was the request granted?
Yeah, we could get him if he wants to go today.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll call and get it transferred.
Awesome.
If you wanna me to do that now, or you want me to wait a little, Stephen?
As soon as he can.
Okay, so I'll
Yes,
call
sir.
him now.
Thank you.
From his uncle? Well, I am in the middle of an interview and I can't swear out the details. Huh? Yeah, well, I thought maybe you had him. Yeah.
I'd like to find out who this Jaheem character is so that we can go fuck with him and make sure that he doesn't do anything stupid.
Just don't mention that shit, cause then he really.
I'm not mentioning
No.
it. Last thing I'm trying to do is get people killed.
And we also have a lot of advanced technological ways to find things out. We get messages and like people think Snapchat shit goes away, like that shit stays in a server in California. We just gotta make some phone calls and we can get that shit. So there's a lot of ways that we can figure things out, and it is very important to us that nobody else gets hurt. Okay, I don't even care if it's the bad guys that did this shit. We don't want anybody getting hurt. Because not for nothing, but that's just more shit that we have to do, and we have to go back and resolve another homicide. That's not what we're here for.
All right, throw me a bone since we're getting you out of this county. Who's Charles? Who's Charles that everybody?
Jabea is writing on social media.
And him.
What did he say? LLC?
On Charles.
Yeah.
LLC?
Yeah.
Long live Charles?
Yeah.
Charles is someone in Bunnell, I believe, that died over an overdose or something. He took a whole bunch of pills, but he
Charles McClendon.
died.
And this is somebody who is associated with that set, or what?
Those people, yeah, I guess.
Okay. All right, that's it.
So Jaheim, do we know where he lives?
No, I don't know. I just know he lived in Bunnell. He a Bunnellian. All of them.
Okay.
They live in Bunnell.
Do you know how he spells Jaheim? Is it with a 2 E's or?
It's I don't know how you spell his real name, but I think it's Jahe.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. we'll find him, we'll talk to him, make sure he knows that there's pressure, and we'll fuck with him with patrol, make sure like maybe they get him with like a gun or some dope or something like that, and we just kind of keep him.
That's my card, okay? I'm the sergeant of the homicide unit. Like I said, if anything happens or anything comes up, please don't tell anybody that you were in here today. We're not telling anybody that you were in here today.
We're not even,
So-
we got here first before Glib saw us walk in, okay? So he came into the back door, Glib doesn't know that we're talking to you, okay? So just keep it that way, because I don't trust anybody. And you knew one of them.
All right, just hang here until Miss Gladawa can come.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
So, let's first ask an important question.
Yes, sir.
You were very afraid after. People were threatening you, they were gonna kill you, right?
Yes, sir.
That's why you didn't want to cooperate, right? You didn't want to come forward, you didn't want to tell anything, correct?
Yes, sir. I didn't say nothing.
But then,
Because
3
I was
months
also
later,
scared.
just listen to my question, then 3 months later,
You asked me.
listen to my question, sir.
You asked me the question. You asked me the question. I didn't answer. I was thinking.
Everyone stop right now. Have a jury sent out.
I apologize.
No, don't say anything yet. All right, now I'm gonna make this as clear as I can make it. Do not speak over the lawyer. Wait until the question gets out. Sometimes you think they're gonna ask something and you try to anticipate and you're speaking over each other. So you wait until Mr. Lewis has gotten his question out, wait a second, and then respond. So, do we all understand the rules?
Yes, ma'am.
Not a problem.
Yes or no, that you were very fearful for your life and scared, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. And then you decided, well, you were very fearful, in fact, and you lied to the police multiple times and you were interviewed by them, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you thought it was a great idea for someone who's very fearful to post a rap video antagonizing the person who shot at you and teasing them and saying they ran away, for someone who's really scared. Does that make a lot of sense?
Yes, sir. Because they said he was in jail.
Okay, so he's the only person you weren't worried about Ed Boy?
Why would I be worried about Ed Boy if I didn't know about him at the time?
Okay, so you were trying to get some credibility, and you actually put into your rap song what you actually did in that case, right?
No.
So you didn't see Terrell running away?
I never said that. I never said that I didn't see him running away. I just said no, that I didn't put everything in there that I did.
Okay, so you were so fearful, but you thought it'd be a great idea to make a rap video to rap to the people who were shooting at you on the streets, correct?
I'm a rapper. That's what I do.
Okay, so you do things to antagonize people and get them mad at you?
No, I didn't antagonize anyone.
Okay. Well, actually you did. Let's talk about the Instagram Live video.
Objection, argument, Judge.
You were on the Instagram Live video, weren't you?
I was.
And you're trying to downplay it like you just held the gun up to the camera to try and scare people away from you, right?
I did.
That's not actually what you said on that Instagram Live. You actually said, we're right here at Rose Petal, come by now.
No, that's because somebody typed in comments, I passed your house. I dropped the address of my house, so I said, yes, I'm right here at Rose Petal.
Well, why would you, if you're trying to keep people away and scare them away by holding a gun up to the camera, then tell people where you live to come over?
He already had the address.
Why would you do that if you're scared?
Gentlemen,
Sorry, Judge.
If he was gonna come over, he already had my address. So if I put a gun up there, at least I was gonna scare him away.
No, you invited him there. You said, come here. Here's the gun. Come by. We're right here. We're not scared.
No, that's not what I said.
Do you want to play it and
Sure.
listen? Okay. We'll get to that in a minute. We'll play the whole thing. But on that thing, you several times say Ed boy on there yourself too, don't you, sir?
Well, you really don't see me saying anything. You see Tyrese saying it, but there is a couple times I said it, yes.
Yeah, you said it. Your voice, right?
Okay.
And in fact, you actually at one point, when he says Ed boy, you say run boy, run. Don't you, sir?
No, I don't say that.
Okay. I just want you to remember all these things. We'll come back to them.
Okay.
Okay? Isn't it also true that on that video, there's a portion where you hold the gun up to the video not once but twice, right?
Actually, the last portion of the video, the person holding the gun was a completely different person. And you can look at the video and see that that person's light skin and his hair is different.
Okay, so you're saying you only held it one time to the camera? That's what you're saying in front of this jury?
I'm saying this last portion that I seen in this person.
That's not my question,
And
sir.
I'm answering your question,
Is
sir.
that my question?
You're not, stop it. All right, now, you're not answering the question. Listen to the question.
All right.
You're telling this jury you only held the gun up one time to that video camera?
I'm telling you, I don't know how many times I held the gun to that camera.
In fact, on that video, the Instagram Live, you actually think it's funny. You say, we're waiting right here, and they haven't shown up, correct?
Yeah, I think that's funny.
Right, so you want these people to come there so you can have a shootout with them, right?
No, I don't. It's just, I'm talking stuff back to them because they just was talking stuff back to me. And
Okay.
sometimes pride gets in the way of things.
Okay, and you actually were on the video, and you thought it was hilarious when Tyrese goes, there's no cameras there at night, no one out at night, and then you go, there's no one out in the morning, there's no one out in the afternoon, there's no one out in the evening, there's no one out, and you're laughing like it's funny. Isn't that true?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because you're laughing because you're trying to antagonize the Sampsons and the other crew to come over so you can have a firefight. Isn't that true?
No, sir. I'm laughing because these people just typed that they would pass my house, but I still don't see them. So I'm laughing, telling them, yeah, there's no one out in the morning, there's no one out in the evening. These people just say, pass my house. Where are you?
What? No, you said in there, but there's no one out. You're talking about cameras in but now. You want to listen to that?
How do you know what I was talking about?
You don't know what you were talking about?
I said, how do you know what I was talking about? That sounds like an assumption.
Well, if you listen to it.
Sir, you don't get to comment about what the lawyer's saying. I just need you to respond to the question.
Okay, I apologize. I'm just trying to respond to this.
Answer the questions is the best way you can respond.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's go back and talk about all the lies you told to the police.
Yes, sir.
So your statement earlier was the first thing that you could think of was adding a fourth person to the car. Is that correct?
First thing that came on my mind.
Well, that's actually not true, is it, sir?
I don't know.
Well,
I
do
don't
you
know what
remember?
I said.
Do you
It's
remember?
been so long, I don't really remember.
Okay. Well, I mean, is it often that you're involved with people getting shot and dying? That you can't remember?
No, but it's a long time, so no, I don't
Okay.
remember.
Well,
It's also a traumatic experience.
Sure. It's traumatic. So traumatic that you made a rap video to antagonize the other side. That's that.
Actually, this video wasn't about them.
Asked and answered.
This video wasn't about them at all. This video was about someone else.
Mr. Monroe, there's not a question. Your attorney objected, there's not a question.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. January 14th, 2 days after the shooting, you actually were interviewed by the police, weren't you?
I don't remember when, but at some point, yes, I was interviewed.
Well, 2 days right after, we heard two of the interviews, but actually 2 days after Noah Smith is shot, you meet with Detective Rodriguez and Corporal Aristokopoulos, and they interview you, don't they, sir?
I don't remember when I was interviewed. I know I got interviewed, yes, at some point.
Do you remember that first interview, you completely lied to them?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm talking like completely.
You know,
Like,
it's not bad.
right, well, let's go. I'm going to ask you some questions. If you can just respond yes or no.
Oh, sure.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Did you tell them in that first interview on January 14th that you had not seen Pooh for a week? Or talked to him?
I don't remember if I said that or not.
Okay. Do you think listening to this will help you?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
You sure? Come on, man. Can we please stop this? I don't know, you just said, bro. Come on.
Now, I want you to listen in just a second, and let's see if this helps you remember.
I'm talking about how racist. What is that? I just told you last on the last time I talked to Pooh. Yeah, I told you I ain't talked to Pooh in over a week, bro.
Does that refresh your memory about telling the police you had talked to Pooh in a week?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and this was on the 14th of January, 2 days after Noah was shot, correct?
Okay.
Right? And you rode around with Pooh in the car on the 12th, shooting out of the car.
Okay.
So that's a lie, right?
No, it's not a lie. How's that a lie? That's on the 14th. How do you know if I talked to him 2 days later?
Okay, so I'm going to break it down in basic math. Okay, so the 14th is 2 days after the 12th.
Okay.
You said you hadn't spoken to him in a week. So 7 days before the 14th, that would be January 7th. So you see how that's a problem? Because on January 12th, you're in the car with him, driving around shooting. Is that a lie? Did you lie to the police?
No, because you were trying. So can I explain it, Your Honor? Now I can explain it.
When your attorney can redirect and try to explain.
All right. No, it's not a lie.
Okay, let me play it a little further.
Okay.
Isn't it true that you said that you hadn't spoken to Pooh or to either of them for a whole week?
Okay, yes.
Okay, let's play it for another little second.
Judge, this is inappropriate.
He did.
Okay, so you would agree that that's a lie?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so we finally agree that you lied about that to the police.
I lied about not seeing him, yeah. Or lied about not talking to him, of course.
Right.
What the heck?
Okay. And then you tell the police in that first interview, and I think you even say, I swear to God, they did not come back to the house afterward. You remember saying that to the police?
No, I don't remember saying that.
Want to help you out, remember it?
I don't know
Listening
what I
to your,
said.
would it listening help you?
No, probably not. I mean, I don't know what I said, but either way, I already told you I lied about everything in the first interview, so what's the point?
Well, you had told us earlier you lied in that first interview that we saw. But we're going through other subsequent previous interviews. 2 days after,
Okay.
when you had an opportunity to tell the police what happened, you didn't tell them what happened.
No.
You didn't tell them, look, it was self-defense. I was protecting myself, did you?
No, I'm scared.
Right, you were scared. In fact, when you went back to your house that night, did you call the police and report, I had to shoot at someone because they were going to kill me?
No.
No, right. Did you also tell the police that night that you didn't know that those dudes shot the kid?
Again, I said, I don't know what I said. It was so long ago.
Okay. Did you also tell the police you had no idea where the car was that time when they were interviewing you? 2 days after.
I don't know. I don't know what I said.
You don't remember? Okay. Do you remember again telling the police that who never came to your house after the shooting?
No, I don't remember that.
And then you, a few lines later, you say, Pooh and Dre didn't come to my house afterward. You don't remember that either?
No, I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police I had nothing to do with this?
At some point, yeah, I did tell them that.
I'm talking about the 14th.
I don't know. Again, I said, I don't know what day.
Do you remember that the police actually asked you for your phone so that they can see and test your veracity or your truth by plugging in your GPS coordinates, and you refused to give it to them, correct?
No, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I remember them asking me for my phone at some point, asking for my passcode, and I gave them the passcode.
That's our third interview, but I'm talking about 2 days after the shooting where they said, hey, if you give us your phone, we can see if you were actually there, and you refused to give it over.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that, okay? Do you remember swearing and telling them in that interview where you lied about everything that it was the truth, the one on the 14th?
Everything you asked about the 14, I'm going to tell you I don't remember because I don't. I just know I lied to them the whole time. I was scared, so I lied. No, I don't remember.
Okay. And then even Detective Rodriguez says, I want to give you one last chance to be honest. Last chance. Is there anything you're leaving out? And you still didn't tell anything about self-defense, anything about being involved in it, did you, sir?
No, again, I was scared.
Right, I understand. You were scared. So scared that you went and you made a video 3 months later.
This was a song, and what does that have to do with me being scared? I'm an artist, I'm a rapper.
Yes. You're a hard-time rapper?
Yes, sir, I've been doing it from my rap.
Okay.
I can't stop working because somebody does something.
Right, so that's interesting. So the video that you talked about making $1,500 on,
Yes, sir.
you posted on the 7th or 8th of January.
I don't remember when I posted it, but I posted it.
Right, and then 4 days later, after you're involved in a shooting that kills Noah Smith, you don't take that down. You continue to let that make money for you?
Why would I take it down?
I don't know, maybe because you were involved in someone getting killed?
So that would make me take a video down. Then when the video ain't have nothing to do with them,
Okay, a video where you're flashing the same gun that you utilized to shoot at Noah Smith.
the video was made way before this incident, and why would I take that down?
But it was posted on the 7th or 8th of January, 4 days before Noah was shot dead.
You're right, this video was posted 4 days before, so why would I take it down?
Because you had just shot and killed a
I didn't
16-year-old.
kill anybody.
Did you not shoot? Yes. Do you remember being interviewed, not the two that we've seen in court here today, on March 10th, 2022 by Detective Butler?
Again, I don't remember. I've been here so long, I don't remember nothing. You don't remember none of that stuff, bro.
It's amazing, you remember with vivid detail.
Objection, argument.
You remember in detail this shooting and what happened, but anything subsequent talking to the police, you don't remember. Is that what you're saying?
That's a traumatic experience. Of course I'm going to remember something like that. That's different from them asking me lots of questions that I don't remember. That's different.
So it's different than them asking you a lot of questions about a traumatic experience?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So when you told them on the 10th, all I know, I was home playing games that night and never left. That's a lie, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you tell them, I don't know what happened on the 12th, the night no one was shot, I was just home, that's a lie.
Yes, sir. A lot.
When you tell them Tyrese and Devondre weren't at the house, that was a lie.
It depends on what you mean by that.
That night, they asked you, was Tyrese and Devondre at your house? No, they weren't at my house. That would have been a lie, right?
Like before the incident? I'm sorry, I'm trying to get some clarification. I'm not trying to stop.
I think you say they weren't there before or after to the police.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Right, another lie. And then you tell actually the police on this interview that you haven't talked to them since 2 weeks before the shooting of Noah. Do you remember telling them that?
No, I don't remember that.
Okay. Do you remember telling them you never left the house?
Yes, sir. I
Okay,
do.
would that have been a lie?
Yes, sir.
If you told them you were home all day playing video games, that would be another lie?
Not necessarily. I mean, all day, yes, that would be a lie. All day, because it was all day. You know, I wasn't playing all day, so yes, that would be a lie.
Right, because you were actually on a video taunting Ed Boy that wasn't playing video games, right?
But before that, I was playing video games, and
That's-
I wasn't taunting anyone.
You're not listening to my question.
I am listening to your question.
Okay, so you're on video taunting Ed Boy. That's not playing video
That's
games,
like
correct?
at 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So before then, I was playing video games.
Okay, so let me ask you one more time. Maybe I'll try and ask it a little clearer.
Okay.
Okay. When you were on Instagram Live taunting Ed Boy, you were not playing video games. Correct. It's a yes or no answer.
No, sir, I wasn't playing video games or taunting them.
Right. You weren't taunting them?
No.
Okay. When you went out and shot out of a car, you were not home playing video games, correct?
No, sir, I wasn't.
Okay. Didn't you in fact tell the police that you had 2 witnesses who could place you in the house all night?
I don't know if I said that or not. I don't think I said that.
If you said that, would that have been a lie?
If I said that, yeah, it would have been a lie.
Okay. And then you told the police during this interview, this is the second interview, that you told them everything you know. And that would have been a lie, correct?
I don't know. I don't know what interview. What interview is this?
This is the one on March 10th, 2022, where you said they were never at your house, you're playing video games all day.
I'm going to try to lie.
And then they asked you, were you in the car that night? And you said no. That would be a lie, right?
Yes, sir, I lied.
Okay. And when you, later on, you keep telling me this, I was home all night, that's another lie.
Okay, I lied.
Okay? When you say I know I was home, that's a lie. correct?
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
And when you say they were never at the house that day, that's a lie.
I have to lie. Because they were at the house at one point, but when we came back, they actually did leave, so it was a half lie.
Do you know what the word never means?
Never.
Yeah.
Can you like,
Well, you're a rapper. I assume you have an understanding of the language.
yeah, but I don't know what you mean. There's different like terminologies for never, I believe.
Okay, never means that they were not there at any time.
Right, okay.
Right. So when you say they were never at the house, that's a lie.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. And when you tell the police again that you don't know nothing, that's another lie.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And when you told them I was home all day at the house, that's another lie.
Yes, sir.
And when you told them that you saw Pooh and Tyrese, when you saw Devondre and Tyrese 2 weeks before Noah got shot, that would have been a lie if you told them that, right?
No. Why would I lie? Why would I say I didn't see them 2 weeks before?
That was the time that's what you told the police is the last time you saw him was 2 weeks before.
Oh,
Noah got shot.
sorry. Yeah, yes, sir. That's a
So
lie.
that's a lie.
I didn't even believe I answered the question. Yes, sir. That's a lie.
Okay. When they asked you if you were there at the shooting, you said, I wasn't there, I was at home. That's a lie.
Yes, sir. You asked me that like 4 times.
Well, you said it about 25 times in your interview.
Right, and I keep telling you it's a lie, so what's the
But
point?
I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything.
Right.
Okay.
Mr. Nicholas, sir. You can't have the argument.
I'm sorry, I can't ask questions back.
No, sir.
I didn't know how to swear. I apologize.
And thank you, ma'am. And when you tell them I'm as honest as I can be, that's a lie.
At that time, yes, it was a lie.
Because you told them no truth.
I told them some truths, just not everything.
Okay? When you told them I'm not part of this shit, I didn't do anything about it, that would have been a lie, correct?
No, because I wasn't part of it. I wasn't part of whatever they had going on.
You weren't part of being in the car shooting?
Oh, yeah, I was a part of that.
Okay.
I thought you meant something else. I
Yeah.
apologize.
I'm sorry, I should have been more clear. When you said I don't got nothing to do with killing that kid, that would have been another lie.
That would be true because I didn't kill him.
How did you know at the time?
I didn't know at the time, but I know now.
How do you know?
How do I know? How do I know I didn't kill this kid?
You fired at the car, how do you know?
Because this is how I know I didn't kill that kid. Because for one, I fired 140 bullet. That's what I fired, right?
Sure.
Y'all
I don't know, I
said-
wasn't there.
Wait, let me explain. Can I explain? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to-
I'm waiting.
Okay. Earlier, y'all said y'all found a jacket in his body that was a 9mm, so I know I didn't kill him because I shot him.
So you admit you had the 40, correct?
Yes, sir, I admit that.
Okay. Let's keep going. Later on, when you say, I never left the house that night on my mother, I swear, that was another lie, correct?
Yeah, of course I lied.
Okay. When you said I wasn't in the car, a lie.
Yes, sir.
Told him again I wasn't in the car, that's a lie.
Yes, sir.
Told him I wasn't in the car, that's a lie.
Yes, sir.
When you said I'm telling you the truth, that's a lie.
I mean, some of it, yeah, was a lie.
So, I mean, we just went through mountains of stuff. You're saying that you were truthful with them about something?
I don't know if you was skipping stuff or you was reading it in order.
Well, tell me what you were truthful about with them on that.
Again, I said I don't remember what I said. It was so long ago.
So how could you say in front of this jury that you were truthful?
That's what I said. I can't tell you if I lied or if I told the truth on certain stuff because I don't remember everything that was said.
Well, everything you said was, I wasn't there, I know nothing about it, I wasn't in the car, I had nothing to do with it. Those are all lies, right?
Those were lies, yes, sir. It's okay.
Move on, Mr. Lewis.
When you told him again, I never left the house, that's another lie.
Yes, sir.
I never left the house, I never saw those boys, that's a lie.
Yes, sir. You keep asking me, I keep telling you, yes, sir. That's a lie. I've been told you I lied.
When you told him I ain't got nothing to do with this shit again, that was another lie.
Involved in the shooting, yes, sir. That was a lie.
At the very end, you say, I swear to God, I was in the house and I never left the house, I never left the house. That's a lie, right?
Yes, sir. That's a lie.
When you swore to God, that was a lie.
That was a lie.
So now let's go through your interview on May 12th.
We just did that. We going to do it again?
No, that was March 10th.
Oh, my
You
apologies.
spoke to the police multiple times. Lied and lied, remember?
Okay.
Initially, on May 12th, when they are talking to you, you say, the situation, like I said before, I really don't know anything about the situation. That was a lie, correct?
I don't know what situation they was asking about. They could have been asking about anything. Can you be more explanation?
Sure, you want me to read it to you to clarify?
Just a
You want me to
little,
read?
a little bit of the
Yes. And then Noah got killed, and that changed everything. That's when the Flagler County Sheriff's Office started saying, okay, well, fuck this. We're going to start getting involved in putting a stop to this shit. Well, what can you tell us about that whole situation? And you say, that situation, like I said before, I really don't know anything about that situation.
Okay, I hear
Does
what
that
you're
clarify
saying.
it?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's a lie.
That's a lie. Okay.
Yes, sir.
When they asked you were in the car with Noah that night got killed, and you say, no, that was a lie.
Yes, sir. That's a lie.
Okay, well, this is just another interview. Just
I
making sure.
understand. I understand.
When you say there's another person in the car, that's a lie, right? The fourth person.
Yes, sir. That's a lie.
Okay? Some dude I don't know, that's another lie.
I mean, yeah, because there was no person there. There was no actual fourth person. So,
Right.
yes, sir. It's a lie.
I just want to go through how many times you lied about that today.
Oh, I hear you. I mean, I told you I lied multiple times already.
Well, multiple. We've already got to probably
Yeah, I told you.
75 to 100.
You know, I told you I was scared, so it was a serious situation, so of course I lied.
Well, even you were scared, but this third interview, you started to come off the story a little bit, put yourself there, but you still lie about your involvement in it.
Of
About
course.
shooting, right?
Of course.
Right, so you're still lying even when you're getting the story out there where you're putting it out there, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you say, they say, who's in the front passenger seat? And you say, you got a dude that was driving, and then you got who in the front right, and Trey in the front back right, and me on the left side. That's a lie, right?
Can you read that again?
Sure. Who's in the front seat or where? And you go, you got a dude that was driving. That's a lie.
Correct. Okay, yes, sir.
Okay. Then you got who in the front right seat. That's a lie.
Yes, sir.
And then you got Trey, you first say in the front right, and then they correct you in the back right. You put him in the back right.
Right, yes, sir.
That's a lie.
Yes, sir.
Right. And then you put yourself behind the driver.
Right, yes, sir.
That's a lie.
Right, all right.
Okay. And then when you said, who and the dude I don't know come to the house, that's a lie.
It was a lie.
Right.
But we're coming to the house and
That was
it
just
a
it.
lie. Just that guy.
There's no question, yes or no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. And then this is what you tell the police,
Okay.
okay? And they stop at the corner, put down the window, and I guess they seen some person they didn't like, and then they start shooting at them,
I
right?
don't remember what I said.
Did you watch the interview? When we were just here in court?
I mean, there was a lot playing, you feel me? There was a lot going on. I really don't remember everything
Okay.
that was said.
So if it was on the
I
video,
remember there was lots of interviews that you showed. It's a couple of them. But I think I remember something like that.
okay. If it was on the video, you would agree that you said that, right?
I don't know what I said.
And then when you said, then they left, that was a lie. Because you said they just dropped you off and left, that's a lie.
No, that's not a lie.
Well, how is that not a lie? Because they both came into the house and were located at the house for over a half hour to an hour before you got
It
the
wasn't
voluntary
there.
arrival.
It definitely wasn't there that long because Crystal was already there. And it was about 5 minutes, like I said. And I was yelling at Crystal
Did
to
you,
get him to leave my house because I didn't want him there.
did you have an opportunity to see the cell phone tracking information that we went through in court?
I wasn't really too much looking at it, not gonna lie to you.
Okay. Would it surprise you to find out that the cell phone information shows all three of you there after the shooting for at least 30 to 45 minutes before Dre leaves?
I mean, yeah, it would surprise me because I don't know.
Opposite size of the car, that's another lie.
Yes, sir.
And then you tell the police that they go, what happened with Rel? And then you go, that's the dude they were shooting at. Right? Remember telling the police that?
Right.
And during all these interviews, not once do you say there's a person standing in the road shooting at you and you have to...
Actually, I did say that. On one of these interviews, I actually did say that.
Were you listening to different interviews? You said I had to defend myself.
It's actually on here. I actually did say that somebody was in the road and that somebody was, I told him I see somebody with a gun, and to defend myself, I shot back. So it's actually in the interview where I said that. So if you want to play that, you can.
Well, I'm curious if you could point out in the interview where that is, because the only thing
Yeah,
you said...
where it says I defended myself.
You said I defended myself.
And
Just let me ask the question, sir.
Oh, yeah, sure. But you're asking me. You can
Yes.
ask your questions.
Okay. I'm sorry to inconvenience you for asking you the questions.
No, I'm just answering it the best way I can.
Stop it right now. Mr. Monroe, please do not speak unless there is a question. Mr. Monroe, please.
You don't want to ask me?
There is not a question right now.
Okay, sorry.
Mr. Lewis?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, Judge. Ever told the police? I don't know. I don't even want to lie. I ain't even going to say that that boy shot first. Meaning Terrell.
I don't remember what I said, but who knows if I was talking about Terrell or not? That's what I was
Who knows what?
talking.
Sorry?
I said, who knows if I was talking about Terrell or not? I don't know what I was talking about. I was very confused in that moment.
I can tell. Let me read it to you and then see if this refreshes your memory, okay? Well, you said shooting at others. So here's my question. This is from Detective Rodriguez. Because the streets are saying that Ralph shot first. And then you go, man, I don't know. And then he goes, do you remember? And you say, I don't know.
Right.
And then you go, I don't even lie to you. I ain't even going to say that boy shot first.
Right.
Because I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't even know if it was Terrell who shot. I just know somebody shot at us. I didn't know until afterwards, actually. And that's why in the interview I said, oh, sorry, actually, my bad. I'm not supposed to talk. Go ahead. I apologize.
Thank you. And then you once again down here say, I don't know if he shot first. All I know is that they definitely shot. Right?
Yes, they definitely shot at us. I
And
didn't know who shot.
you're talking in this context about people from your car.
No, I'm not. I'm saying I don't know who shot, but somebody definitely shot at us.
Okay? Once again, you tell the detectives you're behind the dude driving. That's a lie.
Right, I lied.
Right?
I said that.
Who's up front? That's a lie.
I said that. I said I lied.
And when the guy's shooting out of the side of the car, and you tell him that again, that's another lie.
Can you read that again? I apologize.
Sure. Because there's a lot of people out there that I've been there. And so that's why, so the dude that you don't know, he shoots this way, and that's the side of the car, and you said, yes, toward this way. The other dude, so that's a lie.
I'm pretty sure I was talking about the dude that was shooting at us. That's why I said that. Nah, but that right there, I'm pretty sure that's what I meant. It's about somebody shooting at me. The dude on the side of the car is shooting at me, so I'm shooting back.
Mr. Lewis, please move on.
Yes, ma'am. And you actually go into great detail to describe the skin color and the hair of this other individual. That's all a lie, right?
What about this fourth person?
Yes.
Yes, sir, I lied.
This is another lie. And you say, and you know for a fact that the driver, the unknown guy, shot out of the car. That's a lie, correct?
Sorry, a lot of allergies. Can you read that again? I apologize.
And you know for a fact that the driver, the unknown guy that shot out of the car, and then you say, yes, that's a lie.
Yes, sir, that's a lie.
And when you say you're behind them and you're watching them shoot, that's a lie.
Oh, yes, sir, that was a lie.
When they ask you, was there ever a point in time that you had a gun in your hand, and you say no, that's a lie.
Yes, sir, that's a lie.
When you tell the police in that interview, everything that I told you, that's true. That's a lie.
Of course, it was a lie.
And then Detective Butler comes in, he says to you, so on January 12th, you're hanging out with Pooch Ray. You said that you don't know who the other person was. Yeah, I don't know who he was. I've never seen him before. That's a lie.
It's a lie.
Okay. In order to save some time, there's multiple lies about anything about the
I
other
already
person.
told you I lied a lot.
Yeah.
I don't remember how many times I lied, because I lied, I was scared, I lied.
You ever telling the police I didn't even know he was shooting at us? The other person?
Yeah, I didn't know Terrell was shooting at us. I didn't know who was shooting at us, just knew somebody was shooting.
Did you tell the police in this interview someone was shooting at you?
I did.
In this interview here?
What interview was that?
Besides Terrell at the beginning.
What interview was that, sir? I'm
This is
sorry.
the third one.
I don't know. I don't know which interview, but I do remember telling him at some point that somebody was shooting at us. Yes, sir.
Right, they were shooting initially. Terrell shoots at you, but this is
No, I
talking
remember
about.
telling him again that somebody else was shooting at us again. And I remember saying in that interview, I seen somebody in the road holding a gun. So I shot. I was
I
scared.
was curious if you listened to a different interview than we did today. Was there another?
Objection, Judge.
It was definitely an interview up here where I started talking about self-defense. It was definitely, I can speak, right?
You may speak.
Yes, ma'am. It was definitely an interview today that I was talking about when I defended myself. And in that same interview that I said I defended myself, I seen someone in the middle of the road with a gun and I shot back. And as people were shooting at us, I did say that.
Okay, that would be the interview, right?
But yeah, whatever interview that's happened.
Okay. Then when Detective Butler says, but you didn't have a gun and you weren't shooting, you say, no, that's a lie too, right?
Yes, sir, I was lying.
This is another lie. Well, maybe you can tell me if it is. Okay, and those guns you guys used in the music videos, whose guns were those? I have no idea. That's a lie.
Yes, sir, it's a lie.
Okay. You knew whose guns they were, because one of them was yours.
Yes, sir, one of them was definitely mine.
Right. And you knew the barber's gun and the long gun was his.
Yeah, I knew it was the barber's. Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, let's go to your fourth interview. Even after, and this one was on June, I want to say, 16th, so a whole month later. Lots of time to think, right? Yeah. This is after you posted the video taunting Terrell, right?
Is it after?
Well, that was in March or April, and this interview we just went through was in May, and this one's in June, so that would be after March or April, right?
Oh, yes, sir, yes, that's after.
Okay. So they bring you in, and the first thing they do is ask you to tell them what happened, and off the bat you start lying about the fourth person again, right?
I don't know. I don't know what I said.
Let me read it to you to help you out. Some dude that I didn't know, and then it was me, Dre, and Pooh.
Yes,
That's a lie, right?
Okay.
And then, where were you sitting? This is, once again, a month later.
Okay.
Behind the dude on the left side. That's a lie, right?
Yeah, I told you I can stick to my story that I was lying. All right.
Right, but we're talking about another interview.
Right, I didn't say that multiple times.
I mean, okay, sure. And when you say that Pooh's in the front seat, that's a lie again,
Yes, sir.
right, during this other interview.
Yes, sir.
And then when the detective confronts you, and he's like, we're showing you that it's not you, you still say, I'm telling you the truth.
Okay.
There was 4 people in the car. That's a lie again.
Yes, sir.
And then he confronts you again, and you say, but I'm telling you the truth. There was a 4th person in the car. That's a lie again.
Yes, sir, I lied.
Okay. And you describe the guy again with the wigs. That's a lie.
Well,
You're describing it.
describing him in the car?
Let me, I'll just read it to you. You tell me if this is true or false.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? Nothing. I didn't know that he had wigs. I ain't never seen him before. So that's a lie, right?
Was you talking about a guy in the car?
Yeah. You want me to read you the whole context of everything?
I mean, just a little before that to give me a better, like...
The detective says it matches up with the evidence a heck of a lot more than a guy that you're saying that you don't know, you've never met before, and you just happen to show up tonight. and there's a shooting in Manel. And I understand that you're here. I understand, and then you say, I understand what I'm risking, but I'll tell you, there was a fourth person in the car.
Okay.
And they go,
That was a lie. Yes, sir. I apologize. I just didn't know what you was stating.
sure, sure. And then again, I mean, they give you multiple times to explain it. I'm telling you there was a fourth person in the car, and Dre was not driving. That was a lie.
Right.
Okay. You said Dre was right next to me. That was a lie.
Yes, sir.
Then you actually say again, like what I said before, there was a fourth person in the car. That's a lie.
Yes, sir.
Then during that interview, police say you guys pulled around and you shoot at him back. Was it self-defense? They gave you an opportunity to tell your story. And then what do you say right there? I never had a gun, bro, and I wasn't sitting in the front seat. That's a lie, right?
Yes, sir. I was scared.
Well, yes, I know you were scared.
So, wait, sorry, just say this.
No, there's no question.
Sorry, going through this whole thing, say if it's a lie or not? Or,
So hold on a second, Mr. Monroe. It's not a question. So let's wait and see what Mr. Lewis has next.
yes, please. Sorry, Mr. Lewis.
No problem, thank you. When they said you shot down the block that night, and then you say no, that's a lie.
Yes, sir.
Then you say I didn't shoot, again, that's another lie.
Yes, sir.
Then during the same interview, you're saying the driver, that's what you said. You said a driver shot out of the driver's seat, right? And then you say, yes, that's a lie.
Yes, sir. That's a lie.
So he shot down the other end of the block where there was nobody there, and you said, yeah, that was another lie.
Yes, sir. That was a lie.
They asked you what caliber gun did you have? And you said, I didn't shoot any gun. And then they said, yes, you did, and you said, I didn't. That's a lie.
Yes, sir.
They were both Dre's guns. Another lie.
Yes, sir.
In fact, you took the gun with you and you kept it in your person when you left your house, correct?
Like when I left that night?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I had it on. Yes, sir.
And you had it tucked in your waistband or your pocket?
Yes, sir. It was concealed.
Okay, you had a concealed gun that night, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you didn't have a concealed weapons permit, did you?
No, sir. It was illegal.
When you told the police, I don't know what kind of gun it was, that's a lie, right? Because you
Yes,
purchased
sir.
the gun. When you told the police that night that Dre and Two took the guns when they left, that was a lie too, right?
I don't remember if I said that, but if I did, then yeah, it's a lie. Because I have my gun still.
Right. So let's break down what you say happened.
Okay.
How long was it that, so you guys, Terrell Sampson shoots at you, right? You're on the corner there.
I guess that's who shot us. I really don't know who
Well,
shot
I'm gonna break it down. So the first time you were shot at,
Yes, sir.
whoever shot at you, those 4 shots, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then you said you guys sped away and came back, right?
I said we turned down the street, went down some street. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with
Sure.
Fidel. My memory's not 100% of that night, but I do have a pretty, like I said, it's a traumatic experience, so I have a little more memory. Like I said, I remember we came down the street, we get a shot at. We turned down the street, and then Dre's going, and then he turns down some other street at a higher speed, and then turn again, and then going down another street at a higher speed, and then this street that we're going down, and then he going fast, and this is where like we about to there's the this side where we just got shot at, like this street, we just got shot on, and then there's another street that we're going by.
I understand.
Okay.
So it sounds to me like you guys were driving super fast after getting shot at initially to get back to where you got shot at again, correct?
I mean, that's the exit way to the highway.
So I just need you to listen to my question.
No, I hear you.
Okay, well, you guys drove fast after Terrell said.
We didn't drive, George drove. I had no control of the car.
Okay. Were you in the car with him?
Yes, sir. I can force him to drive when he's driving.
I'm just going to ask you some questions, just yes or no.
And I'll give you answers.
The car you were in, being operated by Dre,
Yes, sir.
drove quickly after Terrell shot at it, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And then you drove down one street fast, quickly, correct?
Drove down a couple streets fast.
Well, we're going to go street by street. You drove down one street quickly, correct?
Yes, sir. Drove
And
down
then
the
you,
street.
and then you drove down the next street really quickly, correct? Coming back to the same point where the crossroads were, correct?
At some point, yes, I got to that.
So it was quick. You did this quick. You drove around the
I
block
don't know
quick.
how quick it was. Like I said, I don't really couldn't time it, like, you feel me? But at some point, yes, sir, we did get back to that intersection we were talking about.
Well, why would you go back to that intersection point? Dre's from Bunnell, right?
Correct.
Right. And Dre knows Bunnell well.
Yeah, I guess you
Right.
know.
And going back to that spot is not where you need to leave Bunnell. You actually have multiple other locations that they could have left Bunnell besides going back to the scene, correct?
I have no idea, I don't know the area, but I do know that that left that we actually taken to leave Bunnell was an exit.
Right. But you're here trying to tell us that that's why you're going that direction, is because that's the way you're going to leave.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Dre, so somebody shoots at you.
Okay.
And instead of fleeing to go the quickest way out of Bunnell, which would have put you at US 1 over here, or you could have went down to 100, you guys decided to drive right around to the same spot where you were almost shot at before?
I don't know, I mean, the spot that we shot at was way over here, and the way that we driving was kind of way out the way, so I really don't know. I'm not familiar with the area.
And I assume you had your gun in your waistband as you're driving around, right? You didn't have it out yet, right?
No, I ain't gonna lie. Once we got shot at, I had already took my.
Where did you have it?
Well, at first I just had it in my waistband, yes sir. And then when we got shot at, I definitely took my gun out and had it with me because we just got shot at. I don't know if we're gonna get shot at again.
Did you have a cell phone?
Oh yes sir, I have something on me.
Did you call the police to report being shot at?
Of course not.
Why?
Why would I call the police?
Because someone just shot at your car.
Yeah, I don't trust the police.
Okay. So instead, you, like Wyatt Earp, take your gun out yourself,
Okay.
and you're prepared.
Right, that's better to protect myself in this area because somebody just shot at me, which I never had to do, protect myself. Because
Okay. So you take your gun out. Where do you have it as you're circling the block?
in my hand,
Where? Is it up here, over there, down the lap?
in my lap, in my hand.
In your hand? Where's?
I just told you, in my lap, in my
Okay.
hand.
Lap in your hand, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the window down yet?
The window was down, wasn't down, was down, like halfway down.
I couldn't understand what you said.
I said it wasn't all the way down, it was like halfway down.
So you're saying like right about here we have this much space?
Now you got like a little more space in that, like, you got, can I, like, kind of like explain? So you got, say you got the window, and then windows, like say the window's this big, it's probably like a little more than, a little less than half, so it's probably like right here, like, there's a lot of space though, if it's just a little bit, like the window's up just like a little bit.
So after you get shot at, you don't put your window up?
No. Bullets can still go through windows, and it's so much happening, I'm not worried about, just putting my window real quick, like,
But you're worried about pulling the gun out to be ready to defend yourself.
heck yes. That's my first instance, protecting myself.
Protect yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're going down the block. Let's actually use we'll call it the map.
Okay. Okay.
Give me a second.
Yes, sir. My apologies.
Can you see that?
Oh, it's in the head, popping my screen lights.
Okay.
Yes, sir, I can see you.
So, I'm going to help you. Actually, I'll use the mouse to make it easy so you don't have to step down. You guys are driving up this road right here, right? Does that help you? You see my little mouse moving?
I don't know where it is that. What road is that?
This is in Grinnell.
Of course, but what road is that? You're asking me if I was driving around what road that is.
Yeah, it's Bowie. You can't see that on there?
You're talking about the intersection?
I'm just going to show you your path, and I want you to tell me when you saw from the car this individual in the road and where in the road, okay?
Okay, yes,
So
sir.
just listen to my question.
Right, yes,
Okay.
sir. I hear you.
So your car is driving. See, remember here's the church. So you guys are driving and you pass this way, and this is the intersection where you all let out the shooting at, right? Right out this intersection, just to make it easy for you.
All right.
Where are you on the road when you see this person in the roadway? And where are they?
Well, we get a little bit to we at the edge. So at this point, we like right at the edge.
So-
and I see a person with the rifle aiming at me, and there's good people firing at me now, you know. So now I pull out my gun and I shoot.
Right.
And then it jammed.
Right. So I'm just going to try and, if you can just listen to the question.
Right.
Use my mouse and tell me when to stop. Where was the person in this roadway with the rifle?
I don't know. It was dark. I just know I seen them on the road. I don't know exactly where they was at. I don't know. They could have been standing. They could have been standing like on a sidewalk or the road. I don't know. I just seen them. You feel me?
Well, how close from your car were they? Because
I don't know. I don't know Grinnell like that. I don't know how far away we was from the intersection. I just know I seen them.
let me make it easy for you.
Right.
You see me right now?
Right.
Tell me when to stop. How far that person was?
That's not gonna help me. You feel me?
How's that not gonna help you?
That's not gonna help me. It's dark. I don't know how long the street is. I don't know how far that person is away. I just know that I see the person. I'm just being honest with you, feel me? I don't know how far that person was. I just know that I seen that person.
But you have no idea where you saw them. They just saw them somewhere on that road.
Like I said, I seen them on that road. I don't know if they was on the road or if they was on the on like a sidewalk or something over on here. But I know I seen them.
Did you see him over here anywhere, or because you guys are driving
down here?
Just listen. Did you? Was this person on this road here?
No.
Okay. So he was on this road here somewhere.
Somewhere right there. I seen him.
Okay. So you guys get to the corner, you stop the car, right? And then that's when you see him.
When you see the video, you actually could see, and it shows the video. I don't know if y'all remember it, but it didn't actually show us stopping. It shows us rolling. It shows us rolling, not stopping completely, but rolling, and you can see that a little bit. It shows the car like hesitating. That's when you can see the car like hesitate to stop, and that's when you see gun muzzle flashes, and then you see it. So like at that time when the car was rolling, and in between the time when him hesitating, that's when you see the person start shooting at us, which makes him hesitate to stop the car, makes me shoot.
Okay. So you have enough time for the car to be rolling,
Right.
and then this person starts shooting,
Right.
which I assume takes a few seconds, right?
Right.
Okay. This person, we don't know how the distance are from you. They don't hit anyone in your car.
Correct.
Don't hit your car at all.
Right.
But that person shooting, how many times did they shoot before you return fire?
I don't know. It was a lot of times. It was a lot of shots. It was a lot of shots being fired. And you
Okay.
can also, if you want to go look back at people's previous statements, they tell you.
Sir, I don't want you. Can
You just asked me a question, sir.
Wait.
No,
I answered
stop,
you.
Mr. Monroe. No, he did not. You're adding additional information.
Oh, all right. I apologize. I was just trying to tell you what happened. My bad. You asked me how many times I heard the shots, and I told you.
Mr. Monroe,
Yes, sir.
to the best of your recollection, how many times did that person shoot at you before you returned fire?
I don't know. It was a lot of shots being fired, sir.
Well, to me, a lot of shots could be 20. To you, a lot of shots could be 5. Give me an estimate.
I don't know. It was a lot.
More than 5?
I don't know. Like I said, that person was holding a rifle, so that's the automatic weapon, right? So I have no idea how many shots was being fired. Just know that shots was being fired at me, which caused me to shoot back.
Okay. But you didn't shoot until you saw the guns being fired at you, correct?
Instantly, when I got to that corner, it was like an instant thing. Like I said, when we was rolling and stopping, somebody was already there. Like I said, I felt ambushed because somebody was already there shooting. So as soon as we get there, we rolling, somebody shooting. I shoot back.
Right? You waited for them to shoot at you, and then you shot back.
It's not necessarily like I waited. It was like, it was already a quick motion. Somebody already shooting and I shot like.
You intended to kill whoever was shooting at you in that area.
No, I didn't intend to kill anybody. I just intended to protect myself because I was in fear for my life. That's what I intended. I intended to get out the area because I couldn't get out the vehicle because I wasn't safe to get out that vehicle because I was a driver and I didn't know the area.
So in your rap video, when you say, don't get me hyped, because once I'm hyped, I turn into a shooter.
Right.
That's not true.
I mean, how is that not true? Do you want me to explain why I said that?
No, I'm just asking you, is that true or not true?
I mean, no, not really.
Let's be honest with this jury, sir. You saw Terrell shooting at you. Listen to my
You're trying to
question.
make it seem like it's something that's, you know what?
Mr. Monroe.
Go ahead, explain. I'm sorry, Ron. I didn't mean to. Go ahead, I apologize.
You keep apologizing, but keep doing it.
You keep doing certain stuff that make me say stuff like that.
All right, gentlemen,
All right,
Let's see.
Mr. Lewis,
Yes, ma'am.
tee up your question.
come on, bro.
Mr. Monroe, answer it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's it. It's a simple rule.
All right.
Very simple.
You said answer his question, right?
He doesn't have one in front of you right now.
All right. Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Lewis, ask your question.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
let's be honest with this jury.
Okay.
Terrell Sampson fired at your car. You guys were pissed off. You were going to make sure and take care of him. You drove around the block. You had your gun ready, and you fired down that block, and there was no one shooting at you. Isn't that true, sir?
No, that's not true, sir.
Okay. And you never told anyone before this day in court that there was a guy standing with a rifle shooting at you in that street, correct?
Yes, I said I saw someone with a gun.
Who?
I said that on my video. I told you on the self-defense video. I said that. I seen somebody in the road with a gun, and you could go back and play the video again if you need to.
We certainly will.
Okay.
Anything else, Judge? And a pipe, that's a gun, correct? And when you use it in your rap songs.
Oh, yeah, that was a pipe. That's what I mean.
A stick, that's a gun, right?
Yeah.
Chop, that's a gun.
No, yeah.
Let me have the jury sit up for just a minute.
And sir, just one last question.
Yes, sir.
You lied over and over and over and over again to the police, at least in 4 different interviews, many times, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you expect this jury to believe what you're saying?
Objection.
Yes, I do.
Proper question.
Actually, counsel, is that it?
That's it?
All right, counsel?
Mr. Monroe,
Yes, sir.
during your cross-examination, you kept referencing a statement that you had seen up here where you indicate it's consistent with what you said here.
Yes, sir. I did.
That statement that you were looking up here, that is the statement where you go from lying to finally telling the truth.
Yes, sir.
And when you tell the truth, you tell police officers exactly what you told this jury.
Yes, I didn't tell them like the full on story because, like I said, it was still a lot in my head and things were still fuzzy. But for the most part, yes, sir, I did. I told them. You want me to explain it?
No, I know, because the jury can see the statement.
All right. Yes, I did. That was consistent with what I was saying.
But you tell them that
Objection, Judge leaving.
Stay.
was this person aiming at you?
Yes, sir.
Right, nothing further, Judge.
Okay, all right, so, I'm gonna, does the defense have an announcement?
Yeah, the defense rests, Judge.
Okay. All right, great. Everyone be seated.
May it please the court and defense counsel, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Mr. Lenneman asked and said his client lied because he was scared. Well, in life, why do people lie? Why did this defendant lie? Why do you catch your kid with cookies on his face and the cookie missing from the cookie jar and he tells you that he didn't do it? They lie because they're guilty. And he lied and lied and lied because he's guilty. He came into court and he lied again. He's guilty, ladies and gentlemen. That's why this defendant lied. Mr. Lenneman says, well, a 16-year-old boy was killed. What could he have done? He could have told the truth. But guess what? If he tells the truth, he's guilty of first-degree murder. You can't believe a word that comes out of this defendant's mouth. Not a word. And his testimony, I submit to you, should be crumbled up like a piece of paper and thrown in the trash. There is no truth to his testimony except his name and that he had a gun and it was concealed that night. That's about it. This story, and we'll get more into it, this story about this phantom shooter, it's so preposterous, so outrageous, it stretches the bounds of believability. Let's just go through, I know we've already established that he's a compulsive liar, but let's just start out with him in his interview.
The black Kia that we was driving, the nigga didn't know about the,
Lying. Nope. Could have had an opportunity to tell the truth. Guy in the driver's seat was shooting and who was shooting? Lying. Guns for the music videos, are they?
and there's guns you guys use in these videos, and whose guns were those?
Nope, no idea. How is that going to get him in trouble? You know, the defense is saying he's lying because he's scared. If he says that gun from the music video is mine, he knows the gun is gone. He knows he gave it to somebody else. Why is he scared?
Everything that I told you, that's true.
True, but it's not. Everything he told him is a lie. That's true. Everything he told him is a lie.
Then, like, talking shit to me, that's how we get people. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't start talking shit first, but I did talk shit back.
And I know the defense is saying we're misrepresenting the evidence. Well, these are his client's words, and these are the evidence. Where are you talking shit? I ain't started talking at first, but I did talk it. Because they keep throwing shots at me, and I hate that life. He's talking shit, they're taking shots at him. Mr. Lenneman, my client had nothing to do with this. He was just an innocent friend hanging out with his buddy in the car, and he went for a ride. If you believe this, he went for a ride that night to go get marijuana, right? 5 hours after that threatening stuff in the car, and they just casually at 10 p.m. at night, not only are they don't go to a location, but they're just driving around there. So they think that there's going to be a marijuana dealer at 10 o'clock just hanging out on the street, just distributing it. It doesn't make any sense. What makes sense, based on all the evidence, is that this defendant and his buddies, his partners in crime, the three musketeers, all for one for all, they were pissed off that the other guys didn't come by. They were going to go settle the score. And I'll show you on the map. Mr. Lemon says we didn't give you any evidence to show that there were places to leave. I will show you there was. And Mr. Lenneman claims that the Sampsons didn't live anywhere really near there. Bunnell is a very tiny place, and as you heard the testimony of Lieutenant Groff, they lived in very close proximity. These guys are circling all around. They're circling around like sharks. They were minnows earlier, and now they're the sharks circling in the water, ready to pounce on their prey and kill them. They packed guns to go there. Don't sell yourself short and think that this guy was just going out there to hang out and get marijuana. That could be farthest from the truth, ladies and gentlemen.
Truth statement. The truth statement, that was not first. You remember?
Now this is the statement, to keep in context, before he admits to shooting. So this is when he puts it on the mystery, our mystery driver, our mystery shooter, and he puts it on Mr. Patterson. So what he's doing is he's taking himself out of this and putting a mystery person there, but that person is really him. And he doesn't even say here that he knows that Terrell shot first when they came around. These are his words. When you keep lying and you keep making things up, there's some truth mixed in with it, but you just can't keep it straight.
So you guys were going down and then when did the shooting start? When did the first shooting?
He didn't even know he was shooting at them, but this person comes around the block the second time around when he has to defend himself, and there is this mysterious person. Now he says he doesn't know it was Terrell, it was just some strange man. It was probably the fake guy from the car, who mysteriously jumped into the roadway. We don't know where in the roadway because he can't remember. Amazing. Someone's shooting at you, many bullets, and you don't remember where they're at. But this mysterious person is shooting at him violently, but here he doesn't remember if he was shooting at him. Interesting. That's just a few of what comes out of it.
Everyone was driving, Tyrus Patterson shot, you shot. How many times did you shoot? That's the big question. Okay, you shot about that.
What's he doing again? Lying. You know what this defendant does? He's very methodical, and he thinks it through, and he formulates his answers around what he's trapped in by. Because the detectives were slowly pulling in on him, and they gained more evidence each time they interviewed him. And you notice every time his story changed, every time he gave him a little bit more, just enough to think that he was going to get himself off the hook. But still, even here, he's putting the fourth person in there. I didn't shoot, I wasn't involved. It's not until... Didn't have a gun, right? Lying there. It's not until they really pull it tight and they pull the evidence on him that he starts to actually come forward and tell a little bit more of it, but he's still minimizing it. This is the four people in the car lying. Whose gun was it? Whose gun was it? It was all Dre's.
They were all Dre's.
And don't fall for his crying act here. If you watch the video, you watch when he cries, he quickly picks back up and he tells stuff to the detective about any tear in his eyes. I'm crying, but blaming Dre for all the guns, once again, even though he knows it's his gun. Let's talk about the self-defense in this case and how just absolutely ridiculous it is. This is, first off, here's how the self-defense instruction is. So, if he used if he was carrying a concealed firearm, which he was, which is illegal activity, he's not allowed to do that. He has a duty to retreat. So this is what it says, the instruction, and then I'll even show you how we don't even really need to get to the instruction because none of the testimony is believable. Every reasonable means to avoid any danger before using deadly force. It doesn't require him to retreat if he was placed in the danger of death or great bodily harm against him. And it would have increased his own danger to retreat, or retreat would have been futile. So, when Terrell came and shot at them the first time they returned fire, that would probably be self-defense, right? Okay. But in this case, what they do is they circle. We're gonna use our map first. Defense said we didn't put anything in to show you evidence. Well, here you go. Here's where our shooting occurs, right? So they go right here. This is when Terrell shoots at them. They're on the corner. They turn down here. Guess what road this is right here? What does this run right into? US 1, it's a well-lit road right there. So anyone going right down the road here, right, would see that. But what does our guys do? They turn down the side road, some road here, and then start coming back up to the scene of the shooting. Mind you, there's nowhere else they can go. Devondre, who lives there, they're trying to get away. Do you really believe they're trying to get away? Let's think through that. Let's think common sense. Not only can they escape here, they could have turned here and escaped. They could have turned here and went all the way there. They actually could have went all the way right down here. This dumps into US 1. There's multiple exit routes. Which exit route do they pick? They pick the farthest one from getting into the roadway. And mind you, don't forget, they live up this way, right? They live up US 1. They don't live up off of 100. So it would have been much more appropriate to go here and get away if they're getting away. They were not trying to get away. What they did is, as Mr. Johnson told you, for 2 minutes, and mind you, this is a very small, remember when Sergeant Groff testified, here's our shooting scene. Here's where, around South Church Street, we're a very small distance away where the Sampsons live. These guys are circling and circling and circling. But mind you, what do? Do you think it takes to go a small amount of distance? Do you think this takes 2 minutes at a fast rate of speed like you saw Devondre driving? Or what makes sense? They drive here, they come down the road, they stop. They think, we were disrespected. That MFer shot at us. That crew ain't going to get away with it. We're going to take care of this. We are going to kill him. 2 minutes is a long time. They stop here, they get it together, and then they cut up the road right here. And then they start going all the way up here. So think about it. When they cut up the road, are they driving gingerly to that location? No. They're speeding up to that spot, and we'll get to it. I'll show you the camera view. It's quite interesting. They're only in the intersection for less than 4 to 4.5 seconds. Let's talk about that. Is it possible for this defendant to be able to say within that 4 to 4.5 seconds, and I'll show you the video, it's going to be really interesting because you probably didn't pick it up the first time, but I submit to you, he shot before he perceived anything because he was shooting almost before he got to the intersection. And you'll see it. I'll show you the shot on that one camera. It's hard to see, but I slowed it down and you'll be able to catch that. But let's think about this. The defense wants you... Okay, let's go through his story, which is just the most outrageous, ridiculous story. Okay, here's where Noah is shot. We know that he's coming back up the road here. Okay, so according to the defendant, some guy is standing somewhere on this road or on the sidewalk. He couldn't narrow down. That's the first thing. Does that really make sense? He can't narrow down that the person was 20 feet, 30 feet from me. But there is a guy. Obviously, it's dark, so we have to be close enough for him to see it because this is not a well-lit area. So there's a guy standing here with an assault rifle. This guy with an assault rifle that no one else saw. The neighbor had one, but he went back in and they never saw him again. But this guy with an assault rifle is shooting many shots. Remember, I actually asked him, I was like, you said a lot. And I said, what's a lot? Like, a lot to me is 20. He's like, oh, there was a lot. Right? So this guy is shooting repeated bullets at him. Is there any evidence of that anywhere? First of all, was there any damage on that black Kia Niro? Like, if somebody has an assault rifle and they're shooting right from here to there, boom, 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 unless they're like the most ridiculously terrible shooter in the entire world, you don't think with multiple 15 shots they would have shot and hit that car a little bit? Not one damage to it. Okay. But more importantly, he's on the roadway here or the sidewalk here. The defense tries to say, oh, well, the police didn't search all over, they missed it. Well, if you remember, they cordoned off here and here. They talked about not searching back here, but this is where the defendant says the shooter was. There's not one casing. Remember what Mesa Farhat told you? When a gun shoots, there's a casing, unless it's a revolver, it goes out of it shoots out of the gun on the side. If this guy shot 15 times, where are those casings? Officer Sanders got there within 2 minutes. Bunnell's a small place. Within 2 minutes, he's there. Are you telling me that maybe Magneto from the X-Men, that's probably what it was. Magneto from the X-Men, he came out with his magic powers, and he, within 3 seconds, lifted up all the metal in that area, and he was able to hide it. Does that really make sense? Is that reasonable? It doesn't make any sense at all. It's completely ridiculous, and it doesn't match with any evidence here. And what did Talia tell you? She never saw that guy with the gun shooting. Never. And she told you that Terrell Sampson, after she heard the shooting back here, she didn't see him again. She was located right here. She didn't see him again. His story is so unbelievable, and there is no evidence to corroborate it. If the only way you would be able to find self-defense in this case is if you believed him. Does a 100-time liar someone you would believe? Think about that. He lied well over 100 times in just 2 hours of interviews with the police, or 3 hours. He was on the stand for an hour and a half with you. How many times did he lie when he was up there? I submit to you, a lot. This self-defense, not only has the state disproved it beyond a reasonable doubt, we've disproved it beyond all doubt, I would submit to you. We've kicked it out of the park. We've hit a home run. There is no evidence besides the self-interest of the man sitting over there that there was a shooter in the roadway shooting at him. What happened was they were mad, they were pissed off, they contemplated, they reflected, they were going to make a statement, and they were going to kill Mr. Sampson, the person who shot him. And the defense says, well, they didn't know Mr. Sampson was there. That's incorrect. When they drove by multiple times, at least 3, I'm not sure if it was 4, but on one of those times when they drove by, Mr. Sampson was there. They saw him. So to claim that they didn't know he was there, that just doesn't match up with the evidence. Two minutes and 5 seconds, that's how long it was going around. That's how long it takes for they can contemplate. That's premeditation, ladies and gentlemen. And here's pretty interesting. This was in his 3rd interview. It's helpful. Because, let's listen to it and talk about it. The people in his car just stopped and we started letting off shots. Anything about self-defense there? Nope. And that was what was so interesting yesterday when Mr. Monroe was on the stand. He said, like, yeah, I told the cops there was a guy in the road shooting at me with a rifle. And if you noticed, I was confused because I've listened to that statement probably 50 times. If you listen to that statement, there's no information about an individual standing in the road with a rifle shooting at him. You know why? Because he made that story up. He made the story up after 2 years later when he heard what evidence was there. Oh, Talia Hopkins saw a guy with a gun. That's great. I'm going to put that mysterious guy in the road light. Never told anyone before, but you in court today, and he's believable. Ladies and gentlemen, I submit he's not. Here it is again. This is once again where he's minimizing that he wasn't the shooter, blaming it on the other people. But if you superimpose him into being the other shooter, the second shooter, you'll see what was really happening. I guess they seen some person they don't like. They is him. Him. He was the second shooter. And the only reason he didn't fire off more shots is because his gun got stuck and he couldn't do it.
Okay, who were you? You were in Asheville?
Amy and Terrell. Right? And here's the best. The defense tries to say that his client has nothing to do with this. He's not involved in the beat. His words again, not making it up or not indirectly misrepresenting anything. Let's just listen to his own words.
I inherited the beat because Trey didn't have nowhere to stay, and Pooh didn't have nowhere to stay, so I just stayed at my house. Okay? And then they were already beefing with these people. I was just being a friend. I wasn't nothing with nobody. Hurt my friends, do whatever. Started running enough on me.
He wasn't going to let anyone hurt his friends. He inherited the beef. He got involved. So any assertion by the defense that this guy was an innocent bystander hanging out, that just doesn't square with what he's saying here. And it doesn't square with the evidence. Let's talk about the Instagram Live, because this is very much establishes the premeditation. I know we've heard this, I'm going to try and fly through. I want you to the last two are the ones he's actively participating in. See that? He's the one, what Mr. Johnson said, he's the one taunting as Mr. Patterson saying it too. Who's laughing? It's him laughing. This is Mr. Letterman trying to play this out as this is like some just like teasing someone. So I was thinking to myself, when you tease someone, you say, you tell them like, you know, your mama's so blank this. That's teasing them. Or you're so dumb this. Okay? This is not teasing. This is taunting and escalating a pattern where they wanted to have a conflict. This is not just teasing someone. And let's see why it's not.
Yes, sir. We're right here.
Okay, once again, Ed Boy, it's not his fight. Not. He's just being a kind friend, reminding Ed Boy that they're there. And he's telling him where he's at.
Man, I said I didn't get a run into. Ed boy.
Who's laughing again? Who's thinking it's funny? This guy over here. And it's not because he's just being a good friend supporting him. He's doing it because it's part and parcel. He's one of the three musketeers. And what's interesting, if you listen to Mr. Patterson's thing, I had that boy running. He wasn't running because he was on drugs. Those words show he had him running. These two were chasing him. That's what those words mean, ladies and gentlemen. So don't the defendant, oh, we thought he was on drugs and it was just funny the way he was running. Really? Does that make any sense? So they're teasing a guy who was on drugs running funny? No. They're teasing him because they met up with him earlier that day and they got him running. They escalated the feud. They pushed it to a point where he was going to reach a fulcrum that day. Do people who are just being friends take guns and while they're trying to taunt other people, point them into the camera? He's not making money off this one. This is not like a music video. This is something live. It would be like me going on the nightly news and pointing a gun at it and saying, I'm coming after Snoopy. And I point the gun at it. That's exactly what it is. This is a threat to kill them, to interact with them.
Hey, what? Listen, it's not our job. They got to look so we wait for the boys to pull up. They still ain't pull up yet. Where they at? Yeah. Somebody said that. Where they at?
So I'm slightly confused because the defense made their argument and said that Mr. Monroe didn't drop the location and someone just knew about it. Well, I think his words speak exactly different. We just got, listen, they just got our drop. And you heard what that means. They dropped the pin where they were at. So I'm not sure if maybe they misunderstood that, but this is his words. This is what he said. He was trying to get those people to come over there.
Oh, yes, man, nighttime. No cameras. Nobody be out at nighttime, though. Nobody be out in the morning. Yes, nobody be out in the afternoon. Nobody be out in the evening. Yeah, nobody.
This is them in the car.
Oh, yes, man, nighttime. No cameras. Nobody be out at nighttime, though. Nobody be out in the morning. Yes, nobody be out in the afternoon. Nobody be out in the evening. Yeah, nobody be out.
They want to catch someone at night. What happened in this case? They go down there at night to try and catch someone. These are his words. This defendant sitting there, he's not just sitting there folding his hands and behaving like a nice little person. Terrell, Ed Boy. That's who they're feuding with, the Sampson brothers. And for the defense to say that there's no connection between the two of them, when you feud with one brother, you usually feud with the family, right? So to say that there's nothing, and it's right here before. This is 5 hours before.
Nobody don't be out. She's trying to catch him on.
Trying to catch him on. What, they're going to catch him? Are they going to take him to the roller skating rink? Play some bowling? No. They're trying to catch him to kill him, right?
What's up? What's up, this shit? Y'all wasn't even outside y'all way, so I ain't gonna come out my way.
What does that show you? That's his words. You all weren't out your ways. They apparently went by there earlier when Ed Boy or whatever, and they were looking for him earlier, right? That's exactly what that means. You wasn't even outside your way, right? When they came by, no one was outside. You're not going to come my way. Still doing nothing. And then 5 hours later, they go back to Vanell to finish the job. Those are his words. Bitch, don't get me hyped, because once I hype, I turn into a shooter. Do you think if someone shoots at you, and then you get pissed off, you're not hyped up, that he's not going to turn into a shooter? Let's listen to the rest of his song. His words, not mine. Thank you that he made the rap video to give you guys some insight into that. But what does he say here that's really interesting? I could be smoking, I could be killing on Terrell, but the boy be taking flight. Hasn't this whole time I didn't know it was Terrell, I didn't know this? Common sense, ladies and gentlemen. He wanted to kill Terrell that night, and they wanted to take him out after he shot at them. Mr. Johnson already went principles all through, so I'm not really going to touch on that. And then we have our three friends, our partners in crimes, the three musketeers. This case, ladies and gentlemen, this case is not about this defendant's rap videos. This case is not about his jewelry business. And the defense even said something like a state motive. Well, guess what? In the jury instructions, you will see nothing that says we have to prove motive. We could have put on a whole case without any motive, and you still could convict him, right? We gave you the motive because it goes to show you why they did what they did. But that's not a requirement of the law. If you remember those three elements, that's not a requirement. This case is about Noah. This case is about an innocent 16-year-old boy who came out of his house after a basketball game, after this defendant's group and another group are feuding and escalating, and the blood spills into the streets, and it kills an innocent person, an innocent child. This defendant is equally responsible for all that. This defendant is responsible because he was an active participant. His intent was to kill a person that night, ladies and gentlemen. And I did tell you I would show you one other So this is that camera. And I slowed this down to 50% so you can see, so it runs a little slow. What I want you to watch is the car's going to be coming this direction. You'll see before the car even reaches the end of the block here, to be where you could perceive and see down the block. This defendant shoots. There's one shot that goes out right at that point, and then you'll see the other 5 or 6 subsequent shots all clustered together, and you can see those coming from the back seat where Patterson was. This defendant's intent, before he got even to that corner, was he was going to open fire. Thank God his gun got stuck, because there could have been other dead people.
Stephen Monroe was eventually charged and convicted for his role in the murder. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. If you found this video interesting, I know you'll be interested in one of the videos coming up on the screen.